keep this short and sweet. I grew up in the poor sector of New Averant and took care of Papa after my mother died when I was 6. Papa was not well after she passed, so I bounced around waitressing and spent any of my free time at the Temple of Cocobio since he helped me feel close to my mama. But it was hard making ends meet as a barmaid, so after some encouragement from my best friend Silic, I enlisted as a cleric in the Order of the Fallen Star. Next thing I know, I'm across the realm with a team of strangers that have quickly become my family. Sounds pretty straightforward, right? Ready for things to take a sharp left? Okay, let's see. Turns out Cocobio, the goddess of moon and stars, is not the most virtuous angel that we thought, and well, neither is New Averant. After defecting from the church and the government, I learned that Gladlin, the god of fate, is only a slightly less destructive hot mess. And now we're on god number 3, Halasna, goddess of sun and life. As Horai now travels the world as adventurers for hire. So far, so good there. I would totally hate if something bad were to happen to her. Oh, but wait, there's more. How could I forget? Turns out my mother descends from a long line of devil royalty, and not just any royalty, the Deimos clan, aka the Lord of the Shadowfell. My lineage gives me this devil form I can transform into, a natural foresight gift, or curse if you ask me, and a boatload full of family drama. I discovered I have a half-brother named Silic. Yeah, that's Silic. My mother at some point has been resurrected from the dead, and oh yeah, Deimos wants to use me as a conduit for his armies to infiltrate and conquer the Averant realm. Almost forgot to mention that part, it kinda haunts my dreams a lot. But it's not all doom and gloom in my world, promise. No, really, I have wonderful friends, hilarious and fun adventures, and I may have just met the love of my life amidst it all. Ejodakash is the only person I've ever met to stand right in the face of danger and swing his sword without a second thought. With as much fire and brimstone looming over our heads, I couldn't imagine living in a world without him and our friends by my side, and keeping me sane. So whatever New Averant, the gods, Deimos, or fate seem to have planned for all of us, I know that Horai will be ready to face it together. Because if we go down, we won't go down without the fight. We got this, right? Right?
I never put much stock in families. My own sold me off to the black market to make money off the child with wings. I was nothing but a skinny street kid with broken wings from trying to escape. That is, until the Order of the Fallen Star soldiers rescued me. My heroes in blue. I aspired to be like them and one day meet the big 3, Soma, Geneva, and Aegis. My life turned around and I worked hard night and day to hone my skills and be the best soldier I could. I usually worked on my own until I was paired up with the most peculiar group of people. We were sent on some quests, our base was attacked, and I died. But don't worry, Dahlia brought me back. I think I could actually consider her my first true friend. Gaiju and Dira also quickly wormed their way into my guarded heart as our adventures continued. My world turned a little upside down at that point as we encountered creatures and were hounded by the gods. I'm starting to think my little group is a god magnet, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. Anyways, one of these gods, Luna, decided that I would be a good stand-in for her and transferred her powers over to me. I met her sisters, which seem like major bitches, and I keep getting asked if I would choose peace or war, and quite frankly, I'm tired of it. And I would rather continue being the best soldier I can, which turned out to be not that great. My friend may have accidentally transformed into a slightly terrifying demon, which forced us to defect. But one of the big 3, Soma, also defected, and it turns out so did his brother. So maybe my past heroes were not all they cracked up to be. I wish I could say things went well from there, but somehow myself, Dira, and Treya were transported 10 years in the future, while Gaiju, Dahlia, and our new friend Apollo were left behind. For us, no time had passed, but the rest of Horiath was stuck living in the past 10 years searching for us. We finally found each other just as Geneva, another of the big 3, found us and was not very friendly. A few murders later, and we were free of her wrath. Soma found us again, and I'm glad he did. He's not as bad as Dahlia makes him seem. In fact, I think he's pretty sweet, and not too bad looking. Oh, and he gave me a gorgeous locket before leaving again. I guess I'm able to talk to him through it, which is nice. Anyways, Horiath ventured to the Shadowfell to save Apollo, who's now Hades, from Dahlia and Silic's evil grandfather. I was again hounded with that peace or war question. Obviously, peace is not an answer in our line of work as trouble keeps finding us. I think war might be our only option to protect my team, who has taught me what a family should be. Honestly, I can't even imagine my life without them. I've gone through a few changes recently. I couldn't tell at first, but the team seemed pretty concerned. I don't know why, since it's just a little hair and makeup change. Well, maybe my eyes changed a bit as well, but it's not that noticeable. At least Soma seems to like it.
I'm Dara Mullane from Currants Gap. My family's been the town blacksmiths time out of mind, so that's what I learned, and what I thought I'd always do. My little brother Aiden, though, he was different. Don't even know where he got half the books he read, and nobody ever really understood what he was on about. Some folks got more patience for that than others, and some don't have nothing better to do but make trouble. Fenton Antery was one of those. His daddy owned the mine. He figured that meant he owned the rest of us, too. One night, Fenton had been wasting time and his daddy's money in the tavern. Took some kind of personal offense from Aiden just being Aiden. My brother was on the ground when I got there, and, well, it's kind of a blur after that till they dragged me off. I'm told Fenton ain't never been the same since. With what passed for justice in the mountains back then, that was more than enough to get me clapped in irons and shipped off to some other mine. It was 12 years before the New Averant soldiers came and told us the mine bosses weren't going to be a problem anymore. Whatever we were in for, we would be forgiven and we'd be free right then and there if we joined up. Seemed like an easy choice, to be part of the folks aiming to bring peace and justice. And for a while, it made sense. I even heard my brother got to go off to some fancy school to learn magic. I swore my oath to Kokobiel, angel of the moon and stars. Only it turns out she ain't what she's supposed to be, and neither is New Averant. It's all complicated. And my team, right? Well, they're mostly all smarter than me, but even I could tell when there wasn't no choice but to leave. So we did, and here we are. What happens next? Well, that's anybody's guess.
As the story of Arachnaguy once said, who am I? You sure you want to know? The story of my life is not for the faint of heart. If somebody told you it was a happy tale, if somebody said I was just your average guy, not a care in the world, somebody lied. My name is Apollo. Abandoned by my mother at the Silverleaf Institute. As a baby, I grew up never knowing her or my father. I grew up living and learning all that I could from the school. Everyone was great. Well, not everyone. Well, really only a few people were nice. The Institute housed the wealthiest of children, mostly. The ones that could afford prodigious education, at least. Because I was an orphan that the school took in, I was seen as an outcast. And even worse, due to my abnormal tiefling appearance with wings and tail, I was seen as a freak. I spent most of my days with my head down and my nose in a good book. Books are wonderful. They show you amazing worlds and lead you on amazing adventures. Oh, just like my one favorite story, Shriek, where he goes on an adventure with his reluctant friend Mule and Shortbread Guy. Sorry, I get a bit carried away. Things went well until one day a lad in my studies picked a fight with me. It was then that I discovered I had magical aptitude and at the same moment lost control of it. A fireball erupted from me and exploded in an area around me. Due to my tiefling heritage, I was only slightly hurt, but the boy who started it all wasn't so lucky. The boy's family wanted me expelled from the Institute, but Professor Durnick fought to have me stay. The tribunal agreed to allow it, but he was to watch over me and make sure I never used my magic again. He agreed to do so, but in secret trained me to control my powers. It was mildly successful, but I still lose control from time to time. Years passed, and one day I overheard the tale of a woman who was kidnapped and taken to a cave. I felt this was my time to finally become the hero I always read about. Little did I know I would get lost inside cave. But I would meet my found family. We've had so many adventures since, and things have been great. Well, that is until half of them disappeared. Pulled through time, and I was unable to stop the magic, and it broke me. And that's when I came to take the lead. Nice to meet you, finally. I'm Hades, Apollo's other half. See, Apollo is very innocent and has a hard time dealing with extreme stress. During a few majorly stressful moments in his life, I've taken over to get him through those situations. That first came to be during the whole business with the bully and the fireball. At least that was the earliest memory. I lived deep in his consciousness, seeing and hearing all until I'm needed. His friends being split and sent into the future 10 years was just the needed push for me to take the reins again. The only problem is, for the next 10 years, I stayed in control and couldn't talk to him. So for the last 10 years, I've been running around having a grand adventure with Dahlia and Gaiju, who become like siblings to me. Stories we could tell. I could write a book. Anyways, I eventually reconnected with our friends and have been traveling since. Oh, and Apollo has started talking again, taking control for short periods of time. Perhaps he'll take back over soon, and I'll go back to the dark corner of his brain that I usually stay. Which is good, right?
Did anyone order a cleric with a side of sass? If so, I'm Dahlia Avalon. Wow, how do I keep this short and sweet? I grew up in the poor sector of New Averant and took care of Papa after my mother died when I was 6. Papa was not well after she passed, so I bounced around waitressing and spent any of my free time at the Temple of Cocobio since he helped me feel close to my mama. But it was hard making ends meet as a barmaid, so after some encouragement from my best friend Silic, I enlisted as a cleric in the Order of the Fallen Star. Next thing I know, I'm across the realm with a team of strangers that have quickly become my family. Sounds pretty straightforward, right? Ready for things to take a sharp left? Okay, let's see. Turns out Cocobio, the goddess of moon and stars, is not the most virtuous angel that we thought, and well, neither is New Averant. After defecting from the church and the government, I learned that Gladlin, the god of fate, is only a slightly less destructive hot mess. And now we're on god number 3, Halasna, goddess of sun and life. As Horai now travels the world as adventurers for hire. So far, so good there. I would totally hate if something bad were to happen to her. Oh wait, there's more. How could I forget? Turns out my mother descends from a long line of devil royalty, and not just any royalty, the Deimos clan, aka the Lord of the Shadowfell. My lineage gives me this devil form I can transform into, a natural foresight gift, or curse if you ask me, and a boatload full of family drama. I discovered I have a half-brother named Silic. Yeah, that's Silic. My mother at some point has been resurrected from the dead, and oh yeah, Deimos wants to use me as a conduit for his armies to infiltrate and conquer the Averant realm. Almost forgot to mention that part, it kinda haunts my dreams a lot. But it's not all doom and gloom in my world, promise. No, really, I have wonderful friends, hilarious and fun adventures, and I may have just met the love of my life amidst it all. Ejodakash is the only person I've ever met to stand right in the face of danger and swing his sword without a second thought. With as much fire and brimstone looming over our heads, I couldn't imagine living in a world without him and our friends by my side, and keeping me sane. So whatever New Averant, the gods, Deimos, or fate seem to have planned for all of us, I know that Horai will be ready to face it together. Because if we go down, we won't go down without the fight. You got this, right? Right?
I never put much stock in families. My own sold me off to the black market to make money off the child with wings. I was nothing but a skinny street kid with broken wings from trying to escape. That is, until the Order of the Fallen Star soldiers rescued me. My heroes in blue. I aspired to be like them and one day meet the big 3, Soma, Geneva, and Aegis. My life turned around and I worked hard night and day to hone my skills and be the best soldier I could. I usually worked on my own until I was paired up with the most peculiar group of people. We were sent on some quests, our base was attacked, and I died. But don't worry, Dahlia brought me back. I think I could actually consider her my first true friend. Gaiju and Dira also quickly wormed their way into my guarded heart as our adventures continued. My world turned a little upside down at that point as we encountered creatures and were hounded by the gods. I'm starting to think my little group is a god magnet, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. Anyways, one of these gods, Luna, decided that I would be a good stand-in for her and transferred her powers over to me. I met her sisters, which seem like major bitches, and I keep getting asked if I would choose peace or war, and quite frankly, I'm tired of it. And I would rather continue being the best soldier I can, which turned out to be not that great. My friend may have accidentally transformed into a slightly terrifying demon, which forced us to defect. But one of the big 3, Soma, also defected, and it turns out so did his brother. So maybe my past heroes were not all they cracked up to be. I wish I could say things went well from there, but somehow myself, Dira, and Treya were transported 10 years in the future, while Gaiju, Dahlia, and our new friend Apollo were left behind. For us, no time had passed, but the rest of Horiath was stuck living in the past 10 years searching for us. We finally found each other just as Geneva, another of the big 3, found us and was not very friendly. A few murders later, and we were free of her wrath. Soma found us again, and I'm glad he did. He's not as bad as Dahlia makes him seem. In fact, I think he's pretty sweet, and not too bad looking. Oh, and he gave me a gorgeous locket before leaving again.
I was Shrek, and I danced to that.
We're live. Hello. Welcome back, everyone, to Nerdy Playbook. We are back from a 2-week hiatus for Blades of Bahamut after the return of Zyphynia. Before we begin, do not forget, we got a busy week this week, so after this, we have Echoes tomorrow, and then we have 5 Bar on Thursday. Also, with news for 5 Bar, now when you come, we will have a new menu that allows you to roll some dice to get certain drinks for possible certain discounts. So if you come to 5 Bar and you want to play the game, you also can get raffle tickets on the 9th of November. We'll be first playing over at the castle in Beloit, and you have a chance to watch us play over in the actual bell tower. So
Yo's gonna come dressed like Dracula for that.
Hell yeah.
I could do it. It'd be a vibe.
Do it.
Welcome to my tower.
First floor. Second floor.
One player dead.
All right. Does anybody have additional announcements from the group?
I do. Ladies, lords, and good gentles all. I stole that line from Countess Cordelia. I am at the New York Renaissance Festival in New York. What a shock. I will be here for the foreseeable future. The goal is to be here by the end, but I might leave a week early. We don't know. But I will be here for at least the next few weeks. So if you are feeling very Renaissance-y and you live in the New York City or Tuxedo or somewhere remotely nearby area, you are welcome to come down and have fun. I will be here with the jousters and we will be doing our thing. So that was a really terrible pitch. You guys should come. Anyway, that's it. End segment.
She rides and fights, doesn't talk. Or no, you do talk now, don't you?
I do talk now. I've upgraded. I still die, but I get to say a few things before I do.
She gets to say things and gets to kill people.
I do get to sword fight now. I get to hit some swords.
I was so glad I was there for that. Oh, it was so worth it.
Rub it in.
Also, we're not really sealed on it yet, but most likely we'll be starting off a short mini one-shot to episode 3 episode next Friday. So if you want to come check that out, we'll post in socials when that's going to start, because we got a new person who wants to try to play with us. So we're going to try to do a horror mini series, maybe 2 sessions, 3 sessions long. So anybody else has any other announcements? Going once, going twice, going! All right. So last we left off, and I had to rewatch the episode, so I remembered. The team themselves finally woke up and then made their way over to Heartwind. Through a lot of confusion and mostly trying to reacclimate themselves to the area and the time, as time has progressed, there was one person missing from the group, that being Zyphynia. Last time seeing her was during the battle against Soma. With a light that struck through the sky that grabbed most people's attention, with only being alerted that a god is being either born or summoned into the world. You guys did some research, found Silik's home. Dahlia got a little beaten up by Serena. You guys all had a weird introduction to her. Found out that she had a boy in her house. And were able to make communication with Zyphynia, finding that she's still around. And she teleported back to the team. We pretty much left off right when you guys all met back up. So, resume.
No, I don't want to.
I'm out!
I think we determined Dahlia would probably get there first.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because you were flying, Hades. Dahlia was already making that with the way in that direction.
It's making my way downtown.
Walking fast.
Yeah. I think. Did Dira and Zyphynia get a chance to talk yet?
Not a lot, but we basically said hello and hugged and babbled and made no sense at each other for a few seconds.
So that's probably still going on of just...
Yeah!
Uh-huh.
That is what is expected to happen at this juncture.
I'm asking what happened, how you've been.
Well, what happened to you? I mean,
How much time there's been.
you'll have to
It's
ask.
been a day for me.
You have to ask Dahlia about that one because it got weird again.
What do you mean weird? She's still her, right? Because I was told
She's
she was
still
her.
her, and apparently it's been a real long time that Hades and I don't know about.
Time
It's a lot.
fast for you guys, hasn't it?
It ain't for you.
I remember going off the side. I remember falling. And then I opened my eyes and I was here. This time, Silik was there.
Silik's here.
I fought some. Not here. He helped me get here. He's in Aberrus right now. But
Oh,
I was summoned there, and I helped fight a fate god. We defeated her, and as soon as I found out you guys were here, I left them and I found you.
did they tell you what year it was?
Don't think we got that far in the conversation.
Just then, I
Alright.
book it around the corner,
Because
and I. Oh, go ahead.
about 2 minutes after you went over the cliff, Tafton showed up and took the rest of us, and that's all we knew until earlier today or yesterday, or I guess it was yesterday. I don't even know anymore. And it's been a long time. Dahlia, you can explain, right?
I book it around the corner, and I skid to a stop, and I am taking both of them in. I'm just like, Zyphynia!
She missed all the time too.
I'm gonna walk straight over to you and just kind of stare you in the eye, and then just wrap you in the biggest hug.
Dahlia looks like she's about to shit some bricks, but then when you wrap her in a hug, she's like, oh, it's okay! And then she wraps you in the largest hug back.
Welcome back, Dahlia.
We're almost all
We
together
thought
again.
We weren't gonna get you back.
I'm sorry for everything.
We've both made mistakes. We've both. I'm sorry. I'm gonna give you another hug.
I catch Dira's gaze, and I let go, and I'm just like, a lot has happened. You don't know a lot? And I look between both of them.
She just got here. I guess she got zapped to Avarice with Silic and some other folks, and
Oh, silly?
I don't know. I don't understand.
He's still in Abris, but I heard you guys, and I'm sorry, Dahlia. I thought you might still be under the influence of the parasite.
No,
I didn't know.
it's understandable. Where have you been? Have you really been gone?
Yes,
Sounds
no.
like she skipped it all.
I just told Jira. Where's the rest of everybody? Where's Hades? Where's Ren?
Where is Hades? And
we
I
don't know
step,
where Ren
like,
is, but Hades is around here somewhere.
As you say
I
that,
take
Hades-
3 fat fucking steps back because I have a feeling I know how it's gonna go down.
So as you say that, you just see him like slowly just kind of glide down and like a foot step down and kind of into like just a slow like kind of couple step walk.
He's right there.
Hey,
Hey, good to see you.
it's so good to see you too. And like without missing a beat, like he like runs forward, now in a full breastplate with a sword on his back, and hugs you, just really tightly.
Just hug back.
And like sits there for a good like minute longer than it probably should be. Like full Disney character won't let go until the other person does. But like kind of goes into that and then pulls back, but without letting go. And he looks Zyphynia in the face and is just like, something inside me knew that you weren't gone, that you were still, you didn't die. But see, there's so much I need to say. I didn't catch half of what you just said. I'm sorry.
We have time to say things now. I guess I told the others I fell and it's been a day or two for me. I didn't realize how much time had passed for you guys.
We didn't realize either, but it's not the time that's passed. It's not. See, we were locked in some form of tube or something, and I don't know exactly what happened in there or what was going on, but the one thing that I do know is every minute millisecond that I was in there, that I had any form of consciousness, my thought was on you and getting out and finding you. And nothing else mattered. See, I have been sitting there as a secondary character in the story for so long, watching, because I wanted you to be happy. You were so happy with Soma. It was something that you wanted more than anything, it seemed like. And it wasn't until really that I lost you the first time that I realized how much you meant to me. And I always kind of believed that as a background personality, I didn't deserve happiness or a future. But the more I spent time with you and saw how perfect you were, it didn't matter. You are more than I could ever hope to have in a future. And I will not spend another moment sitting idly, letting someone else have a turn. And he just like full on grabs you and plants one on you.
She's kind of shocked for a minute, and she just kind of leans into it. And then when they break apart, she'll give him a really tight hug and just say,
And he's gonna
Yeah.
reach back, pull the sword, and be like, "You said to give this back to you when I see you again." And something else you said. It would appear as we are in another place and another time.
Place in another. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. I want to walk by your side. I want to see where we go. I didn't forget what you said. Just.
No, you're so quiet.
I know, we have the hard time.
Oh no!
No, it's so
We
emotional.
can't be quiet. It's emotional. Any better? Testing,
Yes.
testing. 1, 2, 3.
Yes,
You're good.
yes,
You're good.
good.
All
Continue,
the
continue.
emotions. I remember what you said. I want to walk by your side, and I want to see where things go and be with you. Just know that everything happened 2 days ago. For me, I know it's been a lifetime for you. Just be patient with me. And she's just gonna give him like a little kiss on the cheek.
And he just smirks and I have waited a lifetime for this. What is a matter of a few more while?
She's gonna grab his hand and just kind of give him a little squeeze and not let go.
I shuffle next to Dira and I'm just like, it's so cute.
Uh-huh.
There's gonna be this look of like complete embarrassment for a minute because she realized, oh, my other
not
friends are
alone.
here too. Well, shit.
I am not saying a word. I have no intention of dispelling the mood in any way, so I'm just standing there, uh-huh.
I try to dispel it, I cast counterspell.
If Dahlia
What?
had a fan, she would be fanning herself right now.
What all have you been through? How long did Aberrant have you? How long were you under the parasite? When did you? I have so many questions for you guys.
We still have a lot to. I think we've been pinging him at Dahlia's head for nonstop since yesterday, and maybe tip the iceberg.
Yeah. Do we want to go get a drink and talk? Or do we want to
really
go
like
back to
that.
the castle and turn
I-
in and drink and talk?
I think
Castle?
maybe. Oh yeah, we're staying at the castle.
You guys sure have upgraded in the last
Yeah.
few years.
Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise, but
It's the same situation of somebody higher than us needs us to do something for them.
Isn't it
accommodations are a
always?
little better than usual. At least I assume so. We ain't really seen him yet. Should we go check him out? I kind of think that maybe that's a better place for this conversation, as I kind of nod my head around at the tavern.
Yeah.
Or the tavern
That's
next
a
to
good
us that we're
idea.
outside of, the street.
Sorry, aside, is Dira referring to the castle or is she referring to a tavern?
I'm referring to the castle. I'm nodding my
Okay.
head at the cavern as maybe somewhere a little more private than
Okay.
this.
Okay, I wasn't sure, my bad.
Go see what our actual accommodations look like, because we ain't really done that yet.
Well,
Have
there's
room
the...
for one more.
Always.
They can make room.
Okay. So, as far as to reiterate, I think I mentioned this to you, Zyphynia. Currently, right now, until you get a long rest, you are severely exhausted from the strain that you've had due to the power that you've had to endure. You do not know yet quite how to control it or how to summon it again, but you know it's still there. To continue on, you guys make your way into the castle to look for the place that you were given as far as a royal guest. As you were told that all guests of royals are to the right of the throne, you make your way there as immediately you see two guards colored in what looks like bronze, gold, and a bit of like fiery orange with a little bit of a sash of teal. Large spears as they just see you coming, as they just assume that you're coming to your accommodations, as they open up a path to a two-way door and they just grab a hold of a big like rope handle. They open up each door. As these doors just open up as they are large steel, as you find yourself into a large multi-bedroom suite. As something you guys have had before, it's been a while since you've seen something like this. Last time you've seen something like this was the hotel you had obviously many years ago, where you guys found an inn that had a laboratory and several rooms. This is not too different from that, but obviously a lot more exotic. The place is decorated in a lot of artwork. You have one huge living area with a little fireplace in the middle, and you have 3 rooms along with what looks like a spot specifically to contact any kind of, which you consume like kind of like a room service, like a little bell that can actually communicate to anybody to require some food or some drink.
Well, these are certainly upgrades from a lot.
Not better than some places in the past.
It's better than just about anywhere I've seen.
I'm gonna go grab like a whole bunch of blankets and pillows and just throw them in a circle and sit.
Okay.
So what happened to you guys?
Oh boy.
I'm gonna ring the bell thing for room service real quick.
Okay. You hear...
While we're settling in and talking, I'm gonna set weapons aside, be taking off armor, just kind of put it all in a pile, like behind me in the circle.
Okay.
Do you put the blade over there by chance?
Yeah, but staying right next to me.
Okay.
I am not wielding it right this second, but that conversation will happen, don't worry.
After a couple minutes, you hear a large thump on the door as one of the guards opens it up. Did someone ask for the services to be required?
Yes. I look back at the others. Wine, ale,
Bread?
bread, water, a lot of water. Crackers? I don't know.
Maybe something a little
Snack
more
foods.
substantial?
What do you have in the kitchen?
You kind of see like this little halfling, like little red-headed female come in. She's like writing down some stuff. Well, in the kitchen, added to what you already said. As far as food, we got half a pig, a little bit left of a boar. We do have some greens. If anybody here is a vegetarian, we do have a chef that's very good at making small little wraps. If anybody's hungry for that, a little finger food.
Oh, prime rib sounds lovely. Definitely that. Do you have like mashed potatoes?
Mashed
Maybe,
potatoes.
The old shepherd's pie.
I mean,
You know,
I've
ready
never,
to carb load.
I've never heard of mashed potatoes. We can take some. We can give you smashed potatoes.
Yeah, that sounds good. Smashed
Okay.
potatoes, maybe some. Yeah, definitely the greens. You know what? In sweets, do you have like cake or
Well,
maybe?
to be honest, ever since we had a few guests join in, it was becoming very prerogative to make sure that we got much candy and sugar in the place for some reason. So we're quite stocked up on that. So yeah, we
All right, perfect. Cake, ice cream, a lot of ice cream actually, double that. And chocolate. I think. Does anyone else want anything?
That sounds like a lot.
Going once, going twice. Okay, I guess that's all.
Okay, well, I will let our chef know, and will you be
Do you
staying?
have pineapples? Please bring some pineapple.
Oh, I didn't want to ask, but
Believe it or not, we actually just got pineapples in a day ago. Were they specifically for you, or were they for somebody else? Someone requested pineapple.
They were definitely for us.
Okay.
If you've turned them into like an upside down cake, or if you have them in like a fruit juice situation, or if you just have pineapples,
Someone
we want all of
requested
it.
some kind of alcoholic drink out of the pineapple, so we can bring some of that over. But if you wanted some kind of cake out of it, I can ask the chef. But it probably won't be done for another couple hours.
Okay, then definitely the alcoholic beverage, but also like a non-alcoholic beverage, just so we have options. But the pineapples were definitely for us, and
Okay.
so we want to utilize them to our fullest extent. And I wink at Dira.
Okay, so she writes this down. Okay, so pineapple, alcoholic and non-alcoholic. Pineapples for fun, and pineapple sweets.
Maybe
Got
not
it.
like that.
She's like, okay, anything else?
I look back at the group.
Z's
That's
like sinking
already
further
a
and
lot.
Paolo's looking sleepy and just no.
Okay, I will let the chef know at post haste, and I'll bring whatever he has available to you as soon as I can. He is on the upside of the building, so it might take me about 20 minutes. I will be back as soon as I can.
Alrighty, thank you very much.
She immediately
Thank you.
bows, runs out as the guard just recloses the door back on it. To imply the guards are on the outside, not on the inside, so they can't hear you.
Okay, I think I got something for everybody, but if there's something else you would like, let me know. I'll just get it.
I think you got about 3 times as much as we need, so...
We deserve it. We've been through a lot.
Y'all gonna get
Not really sure what the
Back it
kitchen
up.
has left.
They'll be fine.
Pretty sure they're bringing up whatever they have left.
It better be fresh. I come over and I sit down, kind of equal, like opposite of probably Dira.
I'll sit down next to Z, but not too close, not to crowd her.
So,
So,
I think the only one here that has any form of answer would be you, Delia.
we kind of all missed it. Everything in between.
Quarter century?
I can only answer to the best of my ability with what I know. I've only been awake, I suppose, for a handful of months, 6 to 8-ish. But
You're doing better than the rest of us.
I know. Zyphynia, do you know anything? Or do I need to start at square one, or?
I didn't even know you guys were still alive. I didn't know where you were, what time it was. So, yeah. Wherever you remember last.
So, and Dahlia goes and flips open her book of scribbles that she showed Dear earlier. So the fight with Soma at the nest was 26 years ago. Zyphynia, I guess based off of what I'm hearing now, you did die. I wasn't totally in 100% control, so it's all a little bit fuzzy. The rest of us were taken by aberrant soldiers and placed in nests, and there were experiments. I
We don't
can't
know
exactly... I can't exactly say what happened to you two, and I gesture to Deer and Hades. But you were put in a cryo sleep of sort, as a non-aging type of sleep where they could preserve you as they did whatever or just waited for an opportune moment. I was put in that sleep as well till, at some point. And Kokopiel used me to do her bidding for however many years in that time. And I got out. I was able to escape early, and then I was able to run into Ellen Fig, which you might have seen earlier, Zyphynia. I think they went back to their house. They helped me break out Hades and Dira from the nest, and we came immediately here.
And here is Heartwind.
Heartwind, yes.
I know where here is just only because that's where Silic said to go. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you guys.
It ain't your doing.
You're here now.
Now, and I won't leave you guys again.
Dahlia, if you don't mind, I mean, if it's not too much, what did Kokopiel have you do?
A lot of bad stuff. I had the parasite. I think we all found out a little too late. I wasn't even entirely aware when I did have it, and Deimos and Kokopiel have previously been working together and had some sort of deal, so without me having true control and them being allies for a while, I did whatever Kokopiel wanted. I helped burn cities and hurt people and that kind of stuff. I fought Silic. I killed Nyx.
What? Oh no.
There's a reason Serena doesn't like me. She watched it happen, and I can't say I blame her. But it wasn't me. But it was. It's complicated and not just not a lot of good stuff. But it's not me anymore. I was able to get out and bided my time and with the help of some group in the Shadowfell, I think, and Silic was there, they ended up freeing me, and then I was able to escape, and that was a few months ago, and I've been on the path to figure out where the rest of you are and free you and get you back as soon as I've figured out how.
I think Dira made a very valid point that it wasn't you, though. Even when you were in the nest with us, that wasn't you. You wouldn't have done those things.
No.
I wouldn't have.
It did a real good job of pretending and confusing whatever there was of you that could, I don't know.
It wasn't you, Dahlia.
But you sure as hell would never kill Nyx.
I'm hoping that one day I can fix that. I've been working on my cleric abilities, and I had a couple experiments, if that's what you want to call them, myself. I have new powers and abilities as well, and I'm hoping that with some time I can figure out how to make that right, but I haven't really spoken much to Silic since, and it's, I don't know what to say. I didn't do it, but I did, and I have to accept that.
I'm gonna shimmy closer, like, to get next to her and just put an arm around her and just be like, we know, and we'll do what we can to help you.
She leans on him as a thanks. But I'm sure we're not here to just talk about all that shit. What else would you want to know?
Everything.
The
bad, the good, everything I missed.
Well, while I was looking to find you all, I tried to figure out as much information as I can so I could know how to tell you all what's gone on, and I mean, I don't know where to start. She starts flipping through these haphazardly scrawled notes. I guess the homeward bound, maybe? Or did you have something else?
I was gonna say how you got here, but how is everybody on the homeward bound? Do you still have it?
It
Did
was.
they escape?
They did. They did. It was last seen a few months ago at sea, somewhere near Aberys, I think. Or no, it was Alkadai. Arthur is now captain of the ship, and Aiden is with him. I know that much. But they're
Your
now
brother is good.
I ain't talked to him or anything, but I guess sounds like it.
we could maybe go find them at some point and check in, or see if our belongings are still on the ship or something like that. It's a sea charting vessel, so maybe that will be possible. Let's see. The Averant King, Oberon Serra, was killed and the prince is taken over. It's not really the most happiest of news. He's kind of done away with the plague, which is why I assume you all were just left in a bit of a cryo sleep or something. But he's on this crazy conquest and is trying to take over pretty much all of the realm. It's, I guess, why Zyphynia wants us so bad and is calling to arms everywhere. I don't know what else. Is there any questions?
Where are you guys going from here? What are you doing here?
You cut out.
We
I'm gonna have
we
to
ain't
get my
really for sure about that yet. I mean, Seraphina, she told us a few things that are goals. Sounds like we could pick any one of them. Kobiel, Soma, Malik,
What
Valeris.
What do you mean, Soma?
Apparently, he survived as well.
Sorry.
I threw him off the edge. I wanted to make sure he was gone. He can't hurt any of us again. Oh, did he come back?
I don't think they rightly know, except for Kobiel.
Kokopiel's doing as usual.
She has him
Come
somewhere
back?
as of right now. And that's the last anyone's seen of him. We can always just cross that bridge when we get to it, or
Rather burn that bridge down, but
I'm all for that plan.
Dolly starts shifting through notes. Alasna's, obviously, with Seraphina being here, not a thing anymore. So, not really sure about the Armoros part and where she is, but Seraphina's obviously here.
Seraphina said that she's on her sister's side. That's what they split over.
working together now?
Or at least
Apparently.
protecting her.
Not sure where that leaves her whereabouts-wise, but
How can you ever know with these gods? They're wherever they want to be.
regardless, I still plan on kicking both of their teeth in at some point, but
They're with you. They're done messing with our lives.
so that leaves where we go from here. Do we listen to Seraphina? Do we tell her to kick rocks? And that we're gonna go do our own thing, or
I mean, honestly, anything on her list sounds fine to me. I mean, I don't know who this Valeris person is, but sounds like it ain't good news.
Well, and unlike last time, 3 of us did not live the time jump. And we don't have much in the way of contacts or resources at this time, and regrettably, I think we need them.
There is one thing I want to do, other than beat the shit out of Cocopial, and I guess Amaros now too. I need to kill Deimos.
I don't think any of us are going to argue with that either.
We've got your back. We'll help drive the dagger in his heart.
Is he still after you?
He's working with Cocopial. He's behind, sounds like, half of this.
Well, was working with Cocopial. He's retreated somewhere in the Shadowfell, probably to lick his wounds or something, but he's not dead. I want him dead.
But he's hurt. Right now, he is hurt, right?
He's hurting.
What happened to him?
Is that wine here?
You hear a knock on the door. Your
Perfect
food's
timing.
here. Immediately.
Oh, thanks. I get up to help, like, gather everything.
Okay.
Same.
A procession of 5 different halflings all come in pushing carts of different kind of
Oh
foods.
my gosh.
First one specifically just liquids. You got different versions of pineapple. You got like pineapple rum. You got different kind of pre-made pineapple cocktails.
It's all pineapple. Pineapple wine. Pineapple
and
beer.
then you got just regular like pineapple juice. The next one you got is different kind of vegetarian options that are chopped with pineapple on top. Next one is the rest of the boar, and it's already like served on top of like a bed of like lettuce and grapes and apples. Following that is already some cooked meat for you, and then after that is your different kind of sweets, candies, ice cream, etc., etc., etc. Immediately, the main halfling is talking to you. She's like, "All right, so this is everything." Immediately pushes another cart that has some wine that you requested on it. The chef is still preparing your cake, and I think that should be it then. Probably about another hour before the cake's ready.
This is amazing. I'm sorry, what was your name?
Hattie.
Caddy. Well, thank you, Caddy. This is amazing. Do we?
Sorry, it's a short order cook.
Do we tip? Do we? What do we do? I look at the others.
She if you say so, she's like, oh no, gold pieces required. I'm paid handsomely by the actual noble family. I'm here to serve.
Well, thank you.
She just bows, and then she starts trying to scoop the rest of the others off after they drop off the trays over in by you, as you have like roughly about 5 like carts of food, including alcohol, and they start walking off, and she's just like, I'll make sure I leave the cake with the soldiers up front so I don't disturb you again. Everybody have a
you're
fantastic
welcome to knock.
Okay. You have a fantastic night, and I will bring it back shortly. And she
Thank you, Caddy.
Thank you.
Bill closes it back down. As you have hot food, cold food, alcoholic beverages, non-alcoholic beverages, just everything at your disposal.
I pour
During
myself
this-
a fat fucking glass of wine. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
During this whole
Plate,
exchange.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead first.
During this whole exchange, Z like puts some pillows next to her and just slowly lays down. And her eyes are like really closing, but she's trying her hardest to stay awake.
Oh.
If I see that, Hades takes his coat off and covers her.
Oh.
She's gonna knock out in less than 5 minutes.
Okay.
Once I see the food, like I'm like, oh my goodness, and then this looks, and I have this just heaping plate, and I'm like, once I start eating, like, oh my god, I just realized I am absolutely ravenous, and I'm devouring it.
Okay.
I pour myself a fat, scoop a big fucking bowl of ice cream because I know that shit's gonna melt, and I want ice cream, and I get a fat glass of wine, and then I come back.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll grab a few things and like an alcoholic something, pineapple, and sit.
Pineapple.
And I am
Let's go.
passed the fuck out at this moment.
Okay.
What did she say she was doing before? She said she was fighting somebody, didn't she?
about a god or something?
I think she needs her sleep.
I think it's definitely something we should ask her when she wakes up. Sounds like she
Yeah.
needs it.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I'm gonna.
So,
I was gonna say, I'll put my food like down for a second, and I'm gonna go over, scoop her up, and put her into an actual bed.
Oh,
Strength check.
Where's my fan?
we're all like melting in our thief chair.
It turns around, she looks like she's not sleeping on the floor.
Well, no, of course not. It's very thoughtful of you.
Hades,
Drop.
strength check.
Let me have this, alright?
Hits her head on the door.
Alright, so that's 16.
Okay.
this
You
black
make it pretty far as you get closer to the bed, you're like, I got this. Oh god, I don't got it. And then you just kind of like lean into it as you just kind of flop into the bed with her.
Just like try to like as like cool as possible, like yeah, I'm meant to do that, like shimmy her over and then like reach down, grab the blanket, then like stand back up.
Okay.
And then I'll head back to the others.
Okay. All right.
Oh boy.
So,
I'm taking a fat sip of wine.
speaking of catching up, we did find, of course, you saw we did find the sword at Silix's place, and I went back to their place, and it's all done. It's attuned now, I guess, whatever that means. So if we're fighting, I need to not get too close to y'all. Or
That's correct. Forgot about that.
We'll make sure to keep that in my head so I don't die doing that.
I mean, I think you can still stay, close enough that things protect you. Just don't get so close that I hurt you. It's gonna be weird.
Did you have to? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, when is anything with us not weird?
No time since we started that I know of. I guess if I hadn't left home, I certainly wouldn't be here now. I don't know if he'd be anywhere. So.
Weren't there issues with the sword? What took you so long to attune?
It wasn't a big issue. It just it said. I mean, I think it's just when I'm fighting with it, but it took a little while to be sure of that. But I just was worried that it would hurt y'all because you got blades and it likes to take things from other blades and hurt the people that wield them. I guess that's what it's for.
Right, that's I guess where my mind was going is it's not whispering like dark evil thoughts in your ear or
No, I kind of think it's just bored.
well, it's the best we could hope for, I guess.
I guess. It seems real confused. I don't know. It seems to think that I should want to do something with it, and I'm like, I kind of just want to keep you from causing trouble, but okay.
Well, I guess whether we go after Soma or Deimos or I guess Cacopio in the long run, it should have plenty of entertainment.
That's what I was thinking, and it'll have use.
Well, that was the only thing that could hurt Cacopio when she was in that dragon form, if I remember correctly.
That's right, because it was stuck in her.
Well, I'm glad that we have that in our arsenal for whenever that day comes.
And not in anybody else's.
Exactly.
From what I learned, I don't know if anybody else would be able to wield that thing besides you, Dira.
I guess. Don't really know why, but
Well, you are the only one of us that has just that purest of a heart.
it's a big world.
There's a lot of jerks out there.
And it shows you.
I guess so. I'm not sure it's happy about that, but I guess that's the rules that it's gotta go live by. So
I know
It's
if
the-
anyone is going to wield it, you're probably the best person.
I guess.
Sword is the lucky one.
Not sure it feels that way, but maybe it'll be a little less bored. Who knows?
Is there any anything else I could maybe help you guys understand or explain or
I think you really
Question.
explained the end of that last one.
Yeah. How'd you get away?
Well, how did Deimos get hurt?
Yeah.
I stabbed him.
Well, that would
and
do
he
it.
tried to sacrifice me and Khalid. So I
Oh.
burned Khalid.
I believe that event appears to be inevitable at this point.
It is, but
And it happened, and we still have you, which we thought wasn't going to be a thing.
I also thought it wasn't going to be a thing, but it's interesting how fate changes when the players on the table change.
Who
But
were
that
the
being
players?
said, I looked towards the door. There's a lot of people here that probably wouldn't do well with that information. So we should
How do you
probably keep
mean?
that.
Well,
Say
there
that
was-
again.
How do you mean?
Khalid burning is a catastrophic event in the realm, and it killed a lot of people, and it unleashed 7 devils that are still, to my knowledge, terrorizing parts of this world. I couldn't
that's-
stop it, but
that's
I could
what-
at least figure out who folded.
That was the people in Zyphinia's head from the weird solstice-y thing that they had talked about that.
The little talky green one and the hyena lady?
The two angry
Yeah.
ones.
I don't remember that. But-
Yeah, for some reason you and Z didn't, but
Well,
Right.
if they are... Whatever they said, if they said not to let Khalid burn, I let Khalid burn. I didn't let it. It didn't have a choice in the matter, but
They didn't say that. It had already happened for them.
well, they did. The hyena-looking ones. They had said that that's where they came from, and their city burned down or something.
Yeah.
That's where they found Little Luna and released her from some interdimensional closet.
Right. Right. So they knew where she was. I wonder if they still do.
I assume she's free
Maybe.
at this point.
How far ahead were they? They said, didn't they? Do you
I don't
remember?
I would like to make a
think it
knowledge
was-
check to see if I remember.
Insight on yourself. I absolutely do not, because I can't keep track of any of that.
Is that wisdom,
I'm not
technically?
even gonna try.
What are you trying to do?
Try to remember how far ahead they said they were or felt they were or something from us
In the
when we
in the
had
Christmas one shot, because they did say.
Would you have been one of the
you.
characters that would have remembered, or would you been
I
one?
was.
He
Okay,
is.
you can give
he
me-
He is and I am.
You can then you two can either give me a history check or intelligence check to see if you can remember exactly what was told to you.
I mean,
Cool.
I'm gonna roll it, but in all seriousness, I doubt I would.
That's a working class 20 for history.
Fair.
Well, that's good because I got a 4 for a 3.
Okay. And be specific. What's the question you guys are asking?
How far ahead of us were they? What time?
What was the
What-
year
when
they
in
said they
time
came
were
from?
Yeah.
Oh,
what
the year
did
they
say
came from? They were from year 55.
Okay, so I will reiterate that. That is, I believe they said something about being from year 55 or something.
And that's where we are now, right?
We're in 56.
You're in 56,
56.
but a year has
Okay.
passed since then.
Right.
So we are a year ahead of when they came back to see us.
Well, I imagine
they're
they've had time since
likely.
then. Is that how that works? I don't know.
So they-
But
I would
anyway.
assume that means that they're out there somewhere and probably pissed.
And
This
we
is just really
will-
funnily perfect timing with Z being asleep right now.
Right?
She's just with them. Yes.
Well, if they're still alive, that's at least one set of allies we might have.
Yeah.
As long as they can get over that little fact. But, you know, if we keep that under wraps for just a little bit,
I think
perhaps, though.
I think maybe keeping things under wraps is shown to be not the best policy.
Well, some things. We
You
might
don't
need to
nec-
keep that one close to the chest at least.
You don't. I mean, you don't have to say it was your fault, because it wasn't.
It
But you can
wasn't,
say
but I
was
still
what
did it.
caused it. And if you hadn't done it, it would have been done to you. And it still would have happened. This way, we got a way of setting it right. Or doing something good that wouldn't have happened if he were still here.
And that is the plan, to fix it as much as it possibly could be fixed at this point, but I still did it. People still died,
Yeah,
and I have to accept
You-
that.
did the best you could, and can't nobody expect better. And they might say you should have done better, but they weren't there.
Right,
We've done a
but
lot of things that have made people die.
I reckon they
Um,
have too.
Sometimes innocence, it happens.
I can't imagine they're working in this world and don't know that.
well, maybe not outright lie, but close to the vest might be a good play for now. It's only
I mean, you
information
don't walk
people
in and
need if
announce,
they
by
need
the
it.
way, I burned down your home.
I just was saying because earlier they mentioned Khalid, and I was like, well, shit, that's kind of something I know a lot about, but I'm not going to tell
Right.
them.
Well, if we're dealing with it, you're going to need to mention that you know about it.
All I'm saying, too, is if we kill Deimos and get him out of the way, as far as everyone's concerned, he was the only one up there, so it's as well.
Well, then we shall silence him and no one else shall know.
He was the cause of it regardless.
Which is why he
That
needs
much
to die.
everybody can agree on.
So,
We'll make
that's
things
on my
right.
list.
We'll make things right so it hopefully
He was
can
the cause of
alleviate
it.
the burden.
You tried to stop him. It happened anyway. That's what happened, isn't it?
Yes. So,
So what's
We
to
have-
keep under wraps?
just maybe not. Once it's said and done, then it doesn't matter. But for now, I'd rather be able to explain the full story before someone lunges at my throat with a knife.
Fair
That's
It's
enough.
probably
all.
going to happen regardless.
That's right. So,
Well,
better to be able to say you tried to stop him, and it happened anyway, which is the truth.
it is.
I suppose
And saying
Which-
that, instead of looking like you're trying to hide something, will probably keep that knife away from your throat a little faster.
Or maybe I just don't say anything when the topic comes up and I sink into the shadows like I've gotten pretty good at doing, and I let the conversation roll away. And then I jump back in and go,
Yeah, that
hello.
doesn't really work out so well either, but we'll worry about it when we get there.
Gotten pretty good at it.
we've also had two other party members that like to sink away into shadows. And
And
By
one
the
of
way,
them
where
is
the-
still
where
unaccounted
the fuck
for.
is Ren?
I don't
Ren is-
know. They're wherever they are.
They're the only one I haven't been able to figure out what happened to.
I mean, they can't be gone. They slip away from everything.
I was going to say, it seems very doubtful. We should probably try to seek them out at some point.
It's been 26 years though, so I don't know.
They got some priorities that I don't see going away. And they ain't
They
going
also
away on their
have-
own.
They also have the plague that was affecting them pretty intensely. I would assume that they were able to find a cure in that time, but I don't know.
What-
They've
what's-
learned to
what's
control it
happening?
better.
What's happened with that anyway? You said Averin ain't using it no more, but what happened to the folks who have it?
I don't have that information. I just know that
Well, maybe they know.
I would hope so. I would think that they would.
I mean, they were learning how to control it. They had the medicine for it. If anybody could get past it, they could.
Time will tell. Maybe we can see what information we can find as we go. But we really should figure out where we're going.
Turn around and see their bird over my shoulder anytime.
Well, so should we set a priority list here? Do we help Zyphynia first, or do we go after Deimos first?
I don't think anybody would mind us going after Damus, that's for sure.
He's a thorn in everyone's side. That would be better if we just plucked it.
Yeah.
I have a feeling whatever we do for Seraphina is going to send us on a long list of missions and quests, so that could be something faster done. It could also be something that takes a bit of time. He's
I mean, she
so
mentioned
well
folks
guarded,
who need
especially in the
taken off the
Shadowfell.
board. I think she feels like Damus is already off the board, but I don't think he's off it enough.
He's
If he
not
ain't off it,
off the
if he
board.
ain't off it enough for our taste, that's good enough for me. And if he was working with Cocopial, who knows who else he's got deals with.
Well, he definitely won't be working with Cocopial now. She wanted to double cross him just as much as I did, which is how I was able to do that.
We'll have to be
But he's
careful
still out
because
there.
It seems he's a wounded animal, and we'll have to be careful.
Wounded animal is
He's-
own dead.
Somewhere in the Shadowfell. But that means that he's heavily guarded in the Shadowfell. We'll have to take down quite a few people to get to him.
My guess would be he's probably held up in his castle.
And if we're going to kill him dead, we got to do it here, right? Or is that the other way around? I can't remember now.
I've already killed him here. I just have to kill him there now. He's
Too
weakened.
many planes.
He is
Many planes
weakened.
keep
We can't return here. But he's holed up somewhere weak and vulnerable in the Shadowfell. If we can just take him out one last time, there, when he's at his weakest, before he can regain strength, we can be done with him, once and for all.
I mean, we just barely got out of there last time, but we've learned a trick or two since then.
He was way more powerful last time than he is now.
And that was the place, too.
Well, then tomorrow I say we let Seraphina know we have at least one priority ahead of us. And if we can get our hands on some form of something that has a link to the Shadowfell, I can get us there.
I could probably find something. So does anyone want to go walk around the castle?
I not necessarily, but I don't want you doing it by yourself either. So I'll walk.
Right, you guys had a long day. No, it's...
It didn't. I mean, you had the same day we had. It's fine.
I'll wear it right with the rest of you. I'd rather not leave.
It can wait.
That might be best.
Or I
Trouble
can
has
just
its
go
way
back.
of finding us on little junks like that.
Well, if there's a safe place for us, it would probably be the best place.
True
I
enough.
was gonna say, if you two want to go, I'm probably not gonna fall asleep anytime soon. But just send out a warning, and I can pop over to you.
I mean, I ain't that tired yet. I don't want to stay up too late. I'll walk around with you. It's quite a place.
Just want to see what goes on here a bit, you know? And do something fun. It's not like we've
What
done
kind
anything
of
fun for the last 20 plus years. Well, it's an adventure where there's not someone trying to kill us.
What kind of adventure do you want to have inside a castle?
Light on the
Here,
van.
I need you to repeat that
Fine.
sentence back to yourself.
I mean, you can look at things and be impressed. I don't know if I call that adventure. What goes on in a castle that's adventurous? Ain't it just fancy folks?
That is the exact type of mentality I'm trying to change. All right, I say we go and we just walk around for a little bit. Maybe, you know, see what tea is to be dropped, and then we just come back and call it a night.
All right. I will walk with you and find out what you mean by tea, and we will come back and call it a night.
Well, it can be literal tea or it can be metaphorical tea, but I think we should find both.
Literal tea could be good.
Dahlia tops off her glass, which is now empty, with wine.
Knock, knock, knock.
No.
Immediately door opens. I got your cake.
Ooh, cake!
You see
You could take it on the road.
a
Cake or
large...
adventure? Cake or adventure?
You actually see
Why not
they
both?
actually decided to really invest some time in this, as it is quite a large cake. This thing is like extra large size compared to like a pizza. It is
Oh
a
my
full size
goodness.
upside down pineapple cake. As this thing actually looks like if someone had to lift it up, it would require 3 people to carry.
What
Dira is
on
in heaven.
earth? Was the chef real bored? Or did you tell him there were 40 of us?
Well, we were told by the queen that we were supposed to take extra care of all of you, so there you go.
Thank you.
Is the queen still, in the throne room by chance, or is she retired to her quarters for the night?
I am not high enough on the totem pole to be privy of such information.
Fair enough. I was just curious. That's all.
She just
I am
puts
Dira, do you
it
want
down.
some cake?
A giant slice of cake while you're having this exchange.
Well, that should be on the list, so we are all good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Caddy. This is amazing.
Oh no, thank you. This is completely what I am, my purpose and what I am to do. So she just kind of puts it there and she just kind of starts walking away.
What must that be like?
What?
Have a job that just is taking care of folks.
Let's go find out. You got a big enough slice yet?
I have a big enough slice. I have a fork. I have a plate. I can walk and eat.
You're just has a slice and then takes the rest of the cake.
Yeah.
Hades, you're staying here?
Yeah, it's been
Are
a
you
day,
sure?
and yeah, I think I'm just gonna.
Okay, well, in case there's anything that goes on, I'll cast Psychic Whispers between us 3, so Zyphynia can sleep.
Yeah, if you need anything, just say it and I'll pop over.
And if anything happens here, same deal. Okay, Dira, let's go!
All right. I am following these sugared up and liquored up Dahlia, wondering what I've gotten myself into.
I also have cake, but it's not on a plate, it's like in my hand, it's like... it's just a slice of cake in my hands.
I grab a couple extra napkins as on my way by.
Okay.
I'm gonna take some of the blankets and pillows and just kind of like make a small kind of nest next up against the wall, close to Z.
Oh.
And he's just gonna kind of sit there and like he pulls out a book, but just on occasion just keeps kind of like glancing up to make sure she's okay in there. And as the others like close the door and walk out, he just glances over for 1 second and just goes, "It's been too long, and you've been gone too long. I'm not gonna leave you yet." And then just starts reading.
Z, Constitution saving throw, please.
Con save, okay. Okay, what do I get? Deciding to roll. There we go. So it'd be 16.
Okay. Within whatever dreamscape that you're in, something you were able to resist, but you're not fully enveloped in there, but something is affecting you. Whether it's harmful or not, you're unable to tell. Hades, perception check, please.
$23.
Okay. Whether it's just you keeping an eye on her or just an arcane sense, something, again, you can't tell if it's exterior or interior, something is invading her mentally. But she hasn't taken harm yet.
Does she look distressed?
As far as you can tell, she looks like she is perfectly asleep and she's barely moving. But there's something that you can tell that maybe just your attachment to her or your attachment to the arcane is just kind of setting off a signal that maybe most people can't tell.
And it feels hostile.
You can't tell if it's hostile or not, but it definitely feels irregular.
Okay. I think he would be worried enough if something seems off, especially with the time and everything being goofy. I'm going to do an old trick here, and I'm going to kind of like scooch closer to the bed, take her hand, and I'm going to put the red crystal from the nightshade in my hand.
Okay.
That allows the separation, or like the one from like the dream thing.
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
And I'm going to try to use telepathy and that to try to find some kind of connection and try to like dig deeper into myself a little bit with that and see if I can't connect and
awesome.
see if I
Perfect.
can't help her figure out what's going on.
We're going to take a 10-minute break. We're going to be right back.
Oh no!
I didn't do it.
You did it, and we're glad you did it.
Time to see the tea.
All right, so we're back. A quick announcement that I forgot to mention is that on the Echoes session on October 9th, I believe it is, we'll be doing a one-shot that's actually for Xander, where we're going to be having a birthday for Xander, where everybody's going to be playing the dating game. So if you want some funny-ass shit, no drama, just hilarity and just comedy for the whole session, come check it out. But we'll keep it up on the socials for that. All right. So, as you, Hades, grab a holy item, hold Zyphynia, and then you get pulled into her world. We're going to pause on you for a second to go to what Zyphynia is seeing before you get pulled into it. Zyphynia, this is the first time you're going into this new world that exists within you. Immediately you start falling in, but not at a dangerous speed. You don't have your wings, but you're slowly reducing speed until you hit the ground. As gravity moves towards you, you're able to reiterate your body, move your body so your feet are planted down so you take no damage, you don't fall on your head or anything like that, and you land straight down. As you find yourself in a very lavish area. Golden statues abound, artwork of platinum and steel. This whole place looks new, it looks clean, it looks rich, it looks exotic. As you take in the location itself, the decor, the artwork, the statues, they all resemble the three powers that you've already absorbed. The three different versions of Luna. All at different stages of their life. The most recent version of Luna that you absorbed as she summoned you, younger, imprisoned. Younger when she became friends with the other team, older when she becomes a paladin. The Queen, when she was lost, then she was found, when she was taken up another form, etc., etc., etc. You're seeing all these different forms. But you feel an eeriness to the place. This place feels like it's maybe kind of like your inner world, like a new world that's been created without your knowing, that's been created specifically because you absorb these powers. But even though it is yours, this is not comfortable to you. This is weird. This is odd. This is not of your own creation, at least not of your own free will. Give me an investigation check as you take in more of your surroundings.
Investigating for an exit. Thank you very much. 15.
You look around, and the place itself has no doors on the walls, no path on the floor. There is not much roof to speak of. In fact, as you look up, there's barely any roof at all. All you see is wind and sky from where you came down, but now you look up into it, the sky is blanketed with fire. Clouds from eye to eye, nothing but inferno rage in the sky. You can't tell if this is a bad omen or a good omen. To the natural person, this is probably bad, but for some reason you can tell this is something you might need to look for, something that you might want in the future, as something about you tells you that this is a key to something greater. To find this fire that blankets the sky is only temporary to take on something that could be permanent. You start hearing voices. Much like the Weird Sisters themselves, you start hearing a voice being projected through three bodies. As you see the three Lunas circling around you, talking in unison. Younger Luna, mid-age Luna, and Queen. As they're all continuing each other's sentence. You have now found us. You have now absorbed us. You have now taken in us. You have freed us from our chaos. You have freed us from our sorrow. You have freed us from the pain that was attached to her. You have now absorbed us and you have become equal to her. You are now more Luna than she is. She is less of what she was, but she has become perverted, corrupted, twisted into something that is more dangerous, more foul, more destructive than all of us put together.
Okay, Quran, I have your powers, but I'm gonna look back at my back. I'm broken. I'm not what I once was.
At this point, Hades, you just kind of form from a shadow from a wall as you start seeing the three Lunas surrounding her. They don't look like they're harming her, but they are kind of confining her into a spot. None of them are holding weapons. None of them are casting any spells, but they look like they're just kind of on like a carousel of emotion. They are just there to operate as a mechanic to this environment. They're not independent by any means, as they are dead. They mostly exist in this world as a voice to a power she doesn't understand. Do you want to do anything? I'd say you're about 60 feet away from her.
I'm gonna hold back in the shadow for now. I don't want to interfere if it doesn't seem malice.
Okay. Sounds good. I will keep you up to date as you, using the item you have, you'll be able to immediately notice when something becomes dangerous to her. As they surround you, Zyphynia, they mention, when only the sky is blanketed with the fire of only one that can be casted, with the fire that must kill one to kill another, with the fire that must destroy to create. Only with that, and the power of yours, and possibly one other's, can she really be killed. Her power is not undeniable, but her body is indestructible. Only with this pattern, only with this specific uniqueness that you and two others carry, can she be freed from her torment just like we were.
Who are these two others? Where do I find them?
They're... How did I write this up? They are not yet into being. One is a fire that fire cannot be put out, embers that cannot be extinguished, a flame that will blanket the skies from end to end, from north to south, from east to west. One is of a power that is of purity, of light, of 10. The other piece is you. The two other pieces have not yet been forged. Much like a sword, they have not been completed, but their pieces exist in this world. You are a forged piece. 3 pieces plus you equals 1 completion. Several pieces exist in this world, and once upon a time they might have been forged, but they have far past been broken and they must be re-put back together. If you find it necessary to come across her path, only with these powers forged as the sharpest steel can she be put down.
Well, I'm supposed to find 2 people that don't exist, and fire that blankets the sky, and a light of 10 that you speak in riddles. How do I even go about finding them? How do I even know where to start looking?
You have the power, you have the strength. If you don't have the intelligence to wield it, then we will strip it from you. You were given wisdom along with our strength. Use it to understand the riddles that we give you. Gods do not give straight power. Gods do not give straight answers, and neither will we. We gave you our power. We gave you our history. We gave you our knowledge. We gave you our wisdom. It is your time It is your right to choose what to do with it. Will you choose to replace us? Will you choose the path that we chose? Would you choose to fix the rights that we've done wrong? Or would you choose to forgo this power once its purpose is complete? That part is up to you. But until that point, all that information, as all three of them point their finger directly at your head, is locked in there. You and only you can only unlock that information. And only with that can you find the answer. Pieces exist in this world. They have been born, they have been created. You merely need to be the forger, the blacksmith, for the weapons to kill her. Know that she can be brought down, but to keep her down, these will be necessary. As immediately they all shift directly to the shadow that you do not see until they all point in his direction. And you, Winged One, you play a very important role too.
I'll step out at this point.
You have a sort of wisdom that she must learn from. Help her understand. We cannot give the answers freely. She must learn to find this on her own. If she cannot, then she cannot retain the power that it would take to complete this task. As they repoint back at Zyphynia, you are a forged blade, but until you understand your own power, you cannot re-wield yourself. You must learn how to use your power to fight as a god. As immediately, Hades, a threatening energy you can sense, but it's not coming from them. Is there anything you want to do?
Can I tell where it's coming from?
It seems to be coming from the whole building itself that you're standing in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna book it to Zyphynia and just kind of be like, I don't mean to be rude, and I'm sorry for the interruption, but something seemed off. But like I said, I will stand by your side. And I'm just gonna prepare for whatever's coming.
Okay. As immediately the place starts to... Oh, go ahead.
Here. I don't know how you got here, but I'm glad you're here. I hope at least you understand more than I do.
Figure out soon.
The place starts to shake, but maybe with the presence of Hades now holding you, it starts to calm itself down. The Lunas look at you. In 1 month's time, if you require information, call upon us. But until that time, we'll be nothing but slight dreams in your imagination. As immediately you both get thrown up as if gravity just doesn't exist in the world. And then really gets pulled back into your bodies. But you guys don't wake up right away. So we're going to come back to you. Dira, Dahlia, you're going to do something weird. What was it again?
We're just looking around the castle. Nothing weird, nothing crazy.
Okay.
I'm frolicking.
Okay. As you're not allowed to go any further into the noble's quarters, you are left to go back towards the throne room and further on into the rest of the castle. As immediately, if you decide to stay in the castle, past the throne room, you do find a tavern with an eatery right next to it, built inwards, not exterior-wise, so it can only be accessed if you go into the castle itself, not from the outside. From there, it looks like it's specifically commander's quarters and any kind of high ranking, as you do see that there's a specific door specifically for Viethril, the commander and the right hand of the queen. You do find a quarters for High Mage Norin, And then from there on, you do see certain quarters for high-class ranking mages. After that, you do go through what looks like the chef's quarters, where someone was cleaning up after making your extremely huge upside-down cake. And from there on, it leads into like a garden and several spots in there where it splits us off. The major thing that would grab both your attentions if you start frolicking around is the place itself is set up as a square. In the center courtyard, as you eventually find it, as it is not restricted to anyone as long as you're allowed in the castle, is a giant garden. As the center courtyard is not sheltered, and it is much outside as it would be outside of the actual castle itself. But this garden seems to be naturally enchanted with some kind of fey energy. It is as potent as being into the Feywild itself, as the energy itself radiates with what looks like natural light, even if it is blanketed by the night. Not saying that it's going to make it always light in this spot, but it allows plants to grow as if they're always retrieving sunlight. There are 3 runes indicated into the ground, real quick. The runes themselves would need to be researched if you guys want to understand them, but the runes themselves seem very prevalent, and this seems new to this location, as if this wasn't grown until Zyphynia retook the castle. Go ahead.
So, how do you feel about Seraphina's Queen of the Realm decree earlier?
Which decree is that?
The one where she wants to be Queen of the Realm?
Well, her realm, right? The one that she could hardly be worse.
What we have.
She could hardly be worse.
What we have. I mean, she was the last on that one over well.
Well, she ain't no more, and it sounds like there's reason for that.
This Fey energy, I don't know if I like it. Want to go back into the castle?
Sure.
I feel like if I break something here, it's not going to be as fun. It'll fix itself.
You want to break things?
Do you want to break things?
Not especially. We were talking about looking around.
We are looking around, but I mean, come on, Dira. You've been in a cryo sleep for 26 years. You've got to be angry.
I ain't too happy about it, but breaking stuff that belongs to somebody else ain't gonna fix it.
Well, we're not going to not fix it. I have mending.
That don't make no kind of sense.
I'm like leading her. I'm like leading her back into the hallway, in the castle. And I'm just like, we fix it. And there's no harm done.
Are you
Okay, let me show you. And I cast Eldritch Blast on a vase in the hallway.
Talia?
Does it? I'm assuming it shatters.
Yeah, it shatters.
What are you doing?
Getting some anger out. But no harm, no done. Watch. I walk over and I cast Mending on it.
Doesn't work.
It doesn't work! Why does it work?
For some reason, you can tell that Eldritch Blast comes from a certain set of powers, but when you start to activate your clerical powers, they don't work.
Oh no! I forgot all about that! No. Joe bamboozled me! I forgot about that.
Joe bamboozled you. This is his fault, is it?
I had nothing to do with this.
I bamboozled myself, but I totally fucking forgot. So I go to cast Mending on it, and nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Let's not
Well,
break
that-
anything else.
It worked last time.
What was last time?
8 months ago. Do you have Mending by chance?
I do not. I never have.
So maybe we should go back to the Fey Garden, because I feel like that will fix itself.
2 soldiers just walk up on you. Did you 2 do this?
It was an accident. She's had a little too much to drink. We're taking care of it. We apologize.
The excuse every time. I did not have too much to drink. This is only my second glass.
That don't make it no better, you know.
I mean, it was full.
They just look at you. We'll try to keep the roughhousing down.
Yeah, we thank you. We appreciate your vigilance. And we apologize for the shattered vase. That was not intentional.
They just keep walking.
Except for the part where it was, if you thought it was going to fix and it ain't fixed. So let's not do that again.
Okay, so maybe breaking things is off the thing.
Yeah, I feel like if you break stuff in the Fae Garden, maybe it'll fix itself, but I think that might also cost something.
Do you want to try?
Not especially. Do you?
Dear, what do you want? What do you want to do for fun?
For fun?
For fun.
You think breaking things is fun? I think making things is fun.
You want to go make a vase?
I ain't never made a vase before. I'd be interested to learn, but
would you like to build a snowman? You don't have to.
Well, I don't know if we can make vases right now. I don't know how late it is actually, but
no, it's getting pretty late, and I think that's something that you kind of have to learn.
Okay,
How about
things is off limits, right?
How about maybe, I don't know, go to your tier to the garden and make a flower crown or something. How about that?
I feel like now I'm not super knowledgeable about the Fae, but like I feel like if I pick a flower, they're gonna kill me. So
now you're cautious?
Yeah, because I don't understand it. I knew how to cast mending. At least I knew.
You know how, and now you know it don't work.
Yeah, that's a problem.
You want to destroy something? We could go back to our apartments and destroy that cake.
But we already kind of did.
We had
I have one more idea, okay? And if I get in trouble for it, it's fine. It's on me, 100%. Seraphina would know. Anyway, I grab her hand and I start running her down into the throne room area.
What are you doing?
I'm not destroying anything. I'm making it better. Let's go.
Where are we going? All right.
I start leading her into the hallway where the famed portraits are.
Yeah, I had a feeling that might be where we were going.
Do you have a quill on you by chance?
Do I look like somebody who carries a quill?
Do you carry paint? A crayon?
Yield
I
crayon.
have. I had taken all of my stuff off in the room. I'd have a little pouch with, necessities, of which a crayon is not one.
I was like, so you do have a crayon.
No.
Alrighty. Is there a nightstand nearby where there would be writing utensils or some sort of paint or something in there? Throw me a bone, please. I'm sad. I'm not a cleric anymore.
I mean, you could go to the mage's room. They would have plenty of quill and parchment.
Would I know that it's open for ransacking?
You have absolutely no idea if it's open for ransacking.
And ransacking is a thing that would be quashed rather immediately.
Well, it's minor ransack. It's a ransacking of minor restoration. I don't know.
Ransacking of minor restoration. What the hell are you talking about?
It sounded better in my head, and then I said it.
I'm
made no
sure
fucking
it did.
sense.
I'm just picturing the stealing from minors because it's a crayon.
All right, you don't have a writing utensil. I don't have any writing utensil. Okay, first mage's room. All right, come on. Whisker away. I'm frolicking.
Why are we frolicking now?
We're doing some good. It's good. It's good for the economy. It's good for us. Follow me. Anyway, I go into the mage room.
Well, I'm certainly not letting you go off on yourself. What are you doing?
Okay, you encounter two blue-robed mages as they just look at you. One of them is just kind of just chilling while he's reading into a grimoire. The other one looks at you. Good evening. Is there something I can get for you?
Yes, I would like a quill and some ink. I would like to send a letter to my mother.
Oh, absolutely. He immediately grabs a half full of ink and a quill and one thing of parchment rolled up for you.
Oh, thank you. I'll write in my room and do it. If I need to send it, do I bring it back down here?
looks at you. Do you not gain do you not have magical proficiency?
Not at the moment. Thanks
That-
for asking.
Would you like to learn?
I'd like to learn.
Oh,
You would like to learn? Oh, fantastic! We always loved new recruits.
Dira, don't sign anything. All right, come on.
I think I was just going to learn how to send a
We
letter.
will think about it, and we will come back. We will come back in the morning. How about that?
Okay,
How
fantastic.
sending it? It would be nice to send a letter to my mama. That's all.
Well, I have. Is there extra parchment here? Or is it just one?
Well, there's plenty, but they gave you one.
Could we get some more just to write a couple letters, and then we'll think about learning more of the arcane abilities, and find you in the morning once we've had some rest and written our letters.
Oh, absolutely. As they just take out like a small sack and they give you 3 parchment rolls.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're not requiring
very
us to
kind.
sign anything, by the way, when it comes to magical abilities, are you?
What
Well,
are you
you're going to
talking
sign
about?
your parchment, right? Like, I'm not going to give you...
Right. Yes. I was referring to the learning of the magical arts as you were putting it.
I'm just looking back and forth between the mage and Dahlia. Like, I feel like I have missed a lot.
Dahlia looks so spaced
There-
right now.
They look confused at you.
Dahlia?
They're like, we thought that you wanted
We've-
to learn...
It's all right. We've had a real long day. I will take her back to our apartments. We will write our
Okay.
letters, and we will get some rest, and we will speak with you tomorrow. Thank you so much for your help.
Fantastic. No, you're quite welcome. You all have a fantastic night.
You too.
You
Letters?
guys-
Let's go write some letters. And I kind of hook her arm and head
Right.
back.
You have 4
Start
pieces of...
At the moment,
You have 4 pieces
Go
of
ahead.
parchment. You have enough ink to write on 2 pieces of parchment, and you have a quill.
okay, I actually didn't want to write the letter. I probably should do that theoretically, but I actually wanted to do this instead, and I start trying to steer her back to the throne room area where
What
the
are we
portraits
doing?
are. Just watch. I'm making it better.
There are
And she
soldiers
goes up
in the
to-
premises.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
Making what better?
I go up to the Deimos portrait, and I take the quill, and I take the ink, and I draw a mustache over his mustache, and then I draw glasses around him. I also
4 pikes immediately go next to your neck. Immediately going, what are you doing?
I'm just making it more accurate. I'm his granddaughter, after all.
They just look all confused. On your knees now.
She's telling the truth.
Do you want me to transform into a devil and prove it to you?
No, you do not.
I really don't, but I could.
Looks at you up and down. That'd be quite a spectacle if it could be done.
Don't do that.
Oh god, I'm doing it. I transform into a devil right in front of him, and then I just go, "Are you satisfied? Can I please make it more accurate? Thank you."
You are unable to transform.
No! What the fuck did I do this time?
So I will explain. First off, you don't have the clerical powers, and last time you were able to transform, you did so with the help of your grandfather. Other than that, you have not gained his patronage, so you do not have his powers.
So I really gotta kill him.
As they just
Alright.
like look at you confused, kind of really amp yourself up. All right, that's enough.
Clearly, she thought better of it. She's telling the truth. She is his granddaughter. She's got. Let's just say he has earned this grudge. I know this is real irregular, but she ain't gonna hurt anything. She just.
Dear, give me a persuasion check.
All right.
Shit.
22.
Okay. They just immediately bring up their pikes and they look at you, Jira, as the responsible mother, and they're just like, she's clearly intoxicated. Take her back to her room, and we'll forget all about this.
I appreciate it.
I'm not-
Thank you.
I'm not even intoxicated. I just wanted to make it more accurate. What is wrong with that?
Dahlia, you are not helping,
If I could transform into a devil right now.
but you can. So let's go write some letters, shall we? And I just hook her arm and hook her elbow, pat her arm, and I'm pulling you back to the room.
I am half resisting, half not, which doesn't mean anything to Dira.
I think we have had enough adventures for one night. Let's go get us some cake and ice cream.
Well, my plan was for us to have a lot of fun breaking things and then fixing them, and then I can't do that, and then I was gonna just fix the Deimos picture because it shouldn't fucking be here in the first place, and then I can't even do that.
No, you can't. We can't always have what we want, but you wanted ice cream. We've got a pile of ice cream. Let's go have some ice cream.
How do you get paladin powers this whole time?
No idea. But I'll tell you one thing, I've drawn mustaches and glasses on portraits.
That's the only reason. That's the only reason, because she's respectful for him.
I just get locked into eternal servitude, and then I back out of that and lose my powers, and then I
made an oath.
Dumped by a fucking god that I didn't do anything wrong that time, and then the third time she didn't want to apologize for killing my fiance.
I'm nodding and smiling and patting her on the arm. And I said, the answer to your question is I made an oath and I didn't break it.
Even though she's a bitch?
I didn't make it to her. I mean, it was in her name at the time, but I pledged the truth.
Do your powers even come from Cacopial, or is it like some god of truth that we don't even know about?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'll worry about that if they ever go away.
I just think it's not fair.
When has anything ever been fair?
I've done enough. I've been through enough. Now I don't have anything to show for it. I just have this fucking thing, and I cast Eldritch Blast at the ceiling.
Come on.
It's the only thing I can do!
I keep removing as quickly as I can because I'm sure that sound is going to bring people
leaving a paper trail.
I drag her back to the room. I get the biggest bowl of ice cream I possibly can. I get her to sit down. You have ice cream.
Okay.
You want ice cream? You have ice cream. Take your breath. Eat the ice cream. We will figure out the rest. But I can tell you one thing. Breaking things ain't going to fix any of it.
Well, first off, I thought that mending would fix it, and then we wouldn't have the issue of a single broken vase in Seraphina's whole big-ass fucking castle. Can I have some cake?
Yes. And I get her a big slice of cake. I just let her rant and just keep handing her food.
Look, I just wanted to do something fun because it's been 26 fucking years and I haven't had anyone to do anything fun with in the last 8 months that I've been myself, if you can even call it that, because I'm not the same fucking person I was 26 years ago. And I just wanted to do something fun, and we used to do things fun all the time, and we haven't in so long. And
pineapple daiquiri.
As you both are drinking and eating, you do notice that there is a room where Zyphynia is sleeping and Hades is sleeping right next to her.
We should get him into a bed or leave him there.
Well, you did go in the bed, right, Hades? Or did you stay?
He's sitting on the
No,
floor.
I was sitting on the floor next to her, and then
He's
when
in
I
a
saw
nest
that,
on the floor.
I just grabbed her hand with the crystal and.
Okay, so it does look a bit uncomfortable. Yeah.
Let's at least get him another. You enjoy that. I'm gonna at least try and get him another pillow tucked under there or something. I don't think he's gonna.
No, I should help. I should definitely help.
All right.
And I help with absolute shit strength.
I understand wanting to have fun. I do.
It's just you, Dahlia, that's gonna help.
I'm assisting Gira.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna try and get a pillow under his head and just kind of see if we can get him arranged a little bit more comfortably, since it looks like he was sitting up and then just sort of went whoop.
Dira, just curious, where's the blade?
It's still kind of over by where I was sitting near the fireplace, because I had put all my stuff in a pile there.
Okay, you're attuned to it, though, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, you start positioning him a little more properly. Okay. He's positioned.
And I'm just gonna go back and sit by the fire and just look into it.
Okay.
I understand, Dahlia. I really do. I'm sorry you can't get all this out right now. If there was a way I could give you something to break, I would. There ain't. Just hold on to it till it's something that needs breaking.
Yeah. I'll find something to break eventually, I guess.
Oh, I'm sure we'll get plenty to break. But right now, I think we should get some rest.
You sure you still don't want to write your letter? And I hand her both of the parchment pieces and all of the ink and the quill.
Yeah, I should do that. Not sure what to say. But just let Mama know that I'm still here if they are. I would. Guess I'll just ask him. Yeah. And I'll take it and I'll kind of curl up and write, just a very simple note to my parents going, time got weird again. Hope you're all right. I love you both. That's about it.
Okay.
I'll let her write her letter, and I'll go into my room and shut the door.
Okay.
I'll do that. I'll probably look into the fire for a little while, and then take all of my stuff pick a room and take all of my stuff in there and get some sleep.
Okay. Sounds good.
I immediately sit down on the bed, and I try to commune with Zyphynia.
Okay.
I'm trying to sleep.
Alright.
Christ!
So,
You've had 2 hours of sleep. It's good enough.
as you do what you can to commune with Zyphynia, we're going to switch back to Zyphynia and Hades. As you start to go back into a pit of nothingness, as you both assume, okay, we're being pulled out of the dream, something changes as you get formed into a new world. Different than where you were before. This world is made out of stone, brick. You're in a castle, but not like the one you're in now. Medium size. Not anything of grand royalty, but maybe more of like a lord's castle. You're inside, and you see walls of artwork now decorated with devils and angels, Asimars and tieflings, all with what looks like specific unique heritages, unique racial lines. In the center, you just see a fire, chair, a bed, and an unobservant Dahlia just trying to commune with Zyphynia.
Leia,
You hear it.
Oh, Zyphynia there?
why is everybody coming into my dreams? I'm gonna look at both her and Hades.
All
I
right,
didn't know. Wait, Hades is here too?
I guess
There.
I can get you on the bed, right?
Why are you guys watching me commune? This is weird. Like, I
Why
understand
are
for
you
Zyphynia.
trying to commune?
Because I don't have any powers. I could cast mending and I broke a vase and I couldn't fix it. I need a god, Zyphynia. Are you available?
I'm broken. I'm not a god. I'm
If
I'm
you
not
weren't
a god.
god,
I'm just. I
wouldn't be able to talk to you right now, right?
I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why everybody can somehow talk to me now while I'm sleeping. Trying to sleep.
The building
Well, I can't figure out why he's here.
The
Oh,
building
go ahead.
starts evolving. It starts to, as you talk, the bricks start forming into a larger building. Statues start to form. Continue.
Well, I don't know why he's here.
Hold up the
Usually that
crystal.
doesn't... Okay, so that's why he's here. I just did my cleric thing and dropped in and it worked, and holy shit, it worked. You're like a god now.
I mean, I have their powers, but I wouldn't call myself a god. I can't even figure out what the Lunas meant when they said I couldn't use my powers until I figured it out, and I think God is a little overstatement.
You can't use your powers?
I have to figure them out, and there's a way to kill Cocobial, but they speak in riddles, and I'm trying to figure out the riddles. And...
Well, all the gods speak in riddles. That's like a god thing.
I
Honestly,
know,
we don't
I'm
need much
not a
by it half the
god.
time.
Zyphynia, give me a perception check on Dahlia.
A 15.
You don't know what you're looking at. You see Dahlia, but in your mind, she is a weapon that needs to be reforged.
Oh, we broke the weapon.
Reforge it, not break it.
I saw you say that. I looked over at Amanda and she goes, like, she's just looking at me like I'm a snack now.
All of a sudden, Zyphynia's just like, you know what? Just picks up our two legs. I got a new blunt object. Woo! Just starts swinging.
I'm fine with it if I get cleric powers out of it.
My stick summons guiding bolt. Woo!
You're staring at me weird. I'm not drunk, okay?
Maybe I can help. I don't know. I've never done anything like this before.
Well, I've been through this 3 times, so I can help you.
What do you need me to do?
Give me your hands?
Seems odd, but okay.
Well, it's like a step process kind of thing. Just here, give me your hands. And say I accept you as a cleric of me.
Feels dumb.
And hurt to try.
Look, everyone did it a little bit different, alright? Usually it's like intention and declaration to the ether, and then it happens.
Can I walk up and just go, alright, wait, let's try something here. This is going to be really kind of weird, but maybe this will work. Zyphynia, do you take Dahlia as a cleric of yours?
I guess, sure.
Dahlia,
I do.
Do you say you will be faithful to Zyphynia as a god?
I do.
I pronounce you god and cleric.
Did it work?
Feel any different?
Do I feel any different?
No.
Maybe
It was worth a
it
shot.
work.
It's worth a shot.
I think, like, because, like, well, the powers are in her.
Fuck, I need to get a timestamp for that. All right, 2 minutes, 20 seconds, 2 hours, 20 minutes.
I was just saying, yes, please get me a timestamp.
Yeah, 2 hours, 20 minutes. Write that down, please.
I am the Grand Reverend Hades.
I feel like Wally and I are still awkwardly holding hands.
Yeah, we're just like,
I will say,
Did it work?
what you both see as time's progressing, a few things have changed. This has nothing to do with what Hades said, as funny as it was. It's just things are progressing. Some of the statues are forming, and you see different versions of what looks like Zyphynia's around, much like a goddess. But now it looks like each one of you, specifically just Dahlia and Zyphynia, have like a string to your soul. Dahlia, yours looks disconnected. It looks like it has been cut. It looks like it has been torn apart. Much like
absolutely run over by a truck. Yeah.
It looks like someone specifically disconnected like a power source to her. Zyphynia, yours is connected to everything in this world. Everything that exists here, your power is connected to it. Strands of millions. And they are all of gold and crimson.
Is the cord like tangible? Like, can I like pick it up and
Yeah,
hold it up?
well, I mean, they're very, very thin and they're very light. They're like the thickness of like a string, but they are there, and they can be touched. And almost like the touch of them almost creates like an arcane kind of like reverberation off of them, almost kind of like touching a light source where it gets a little bit brighter when you touch it.
I very awkwardly pick up her broken string from her hand and see if that does anything.
It starts to glow.
Do I have a random string hanging off of me?
They're all over the place. They're scattered all
You,
over.
like,
I don't.
do you want to like
I don't know if
plug it in like to your
Work,
shoulder?
but- I'm gonna like grab a random string and just kind of tie them.
Okay. As you start tying the string together, the power source now starts feeding into her. Dolly, you feel like almost like someone just shot you with like a shot of adrenaline directly to your heart right away, as you just feel like the straight source of power that's like recharging you way too fast. You start getting lightheaded. You start feeling a little woozy, but then it's not terrible, but you gotta like lean up against something to balance yourself.
Are you okay? Did I break it?
No, I feel great. Woo! This is awesome. Hold on.
Insight check.
Okay, go ahead and give me an insight check.
What'd you get? Oh,
A 5, a
Oh.
big old 5. Yeah, you look okay.
She looks great. I'm sure there's nothing wrong. It is perfectly fine.
I hate that. Wow, holy shit.
Dolly, you feel a surge of energy. This surge feels like kind of like what would happen if you were ready to transform into your double form. Whether you choose to accept it or not is completely up to you.
So I have like a little battery pack supply right now.
Kind of. It looks like as long as you're attached to this, you get your clerical powers back, but you feel like you got a limited source, much like your devil form, that you can choose to accept right now or deny it.
Okay, hold on. Someone break something.
Why?
I it's an experiment. Zyphynia, do you have like a vase in here? Can I break a vase in here? Is there a vase around here?
There's vases,
I'm
yeah.
not quite sure where we are, so I mean, have at it, girl.
I like frolic over to a vase and I knock it over and I shatter it. Okay, hold on. There's a method here. And I put my hand down and I cast mending on it. Does it work?
It works.
Oh my god! Yay! It worked!
That
Okay, I just need to make
actually
sure.
worked. I'm gonna look between Hades and Dahlia like, what the hell just happened?
I mean, I don't think I did anything.
I mean, you ordained it. It's like a thing now. I just have to accept it, I guess. Like, I mean, I accept.
Also,
If you're cool with it.
Dahlia's got Zyphinia's name tattooed to her butt.
A tramp stamp.
picture.
Come on, I have some class. I'm the chief. It's on the lower back.
So I'm gonna like look at the strands
Property of
and everything
Zyphynia.
and just be like, well, I'm not even close to understanding how any of this might work, but I'm gonna assume these strands are a portion of Z's power, and by connecting that to you with that string that was just kind of hanging the strand, maybe that power is now feeding into you, and you have successfully connected.
Like a cleric. Oh
Potentially?
my god! I'm a cleric of Zyphynia! How's it feel?
Terrifying.
You feel good?
It's a little terrifying.
Why is it terrifying? You trust me. I trust you. I mean, do you not trust me?
No, I trust you. I don't know. I honestly didn't think this would work.
Oh, as the other Lunas said, you have the power and the knowledge and all these things, and you need to learn to forge yourself into this god. Maybe this is a step.
Other clerics? Is that first step?
I mean, you can, but
It's just harnessing that power.
And maybe you're with that. Maybe this was meant to be.
Do you feel different? Like, do you feel more like godly?
I'm gonna insight check on myself to see
Sure.
if I feel any different.
Yeah. Good.
That would be a whopping 11.
11. You do feel slightly different, but you can't place out why.
It's not different. I just, I can't place it. I don't know.
Is it like a bad different? Do we need to like
I don't
sever?
think it's bad different. I just different. I don't know how to explain it. But you have your cleric powers back. That's good. And
I
I'm
knock over. Go ahead.
helping you with that.
Yeah, you are. I didn't even realize they were gone. I guess the last few months I've never even bothered trying. Or I did for a bit, and they were there, and I guess they weren't. I don't know. I broke a vase in Seraphina's hall, and Thero's pissed at me, and I tried to fix it because I was like, oh, well, you know, like if you break it and then you fix it, no one knows that you broke it. Just get some rage out, you know? But it didn't happen. It didn't work. And then I tried to... Well, no, the Eldritch Blast worked. And then I tried to transform into a devil, and I can't do that either. But at least I got one
now?
problem fixed. Can I do it now?
That
I
back?
try.
Try doing what?
Turn to a devil.
Okay. You feel like you have a certain bit of energy you can pull from. Do you want to pull from half of it or all of it?
All of it.
Immediately, you start to levitate in the air as you immediately transform into a different version of your devil form, but you seem to summon large wings. We'll pull up what you see.
That looks different from what your usual devil form is.
I'm sure there's no reason for concern.
It's fine. We're fine here. Everything's fine. How are you? I have a question too when we do get a second. But
For me, I can answer while
yes.
I look.
Okay. Do I notice a string attached to me?
You do not, but it looks like there was no string specifically put to attach to you.
Okay. Just checking.
Yep, you're doing good. I had it in here. Where the book did it go? I got so many files. Oh my god. Do I save things like this?
What's what, Helga? I'm coming for you. I can turn to my devil now, Corey.
Oh, here it is.
That temporary 5 minutes of relief, it's gone now.
As long as it doesn't last more than 4 hours, you're good.
I should call a doctor.
Well, call a cleric.
Preferably not yourself.
I am the cleric.
You don't want to be checking yourself. That just makes it even worse. Okay, hang on. I'm going to put it as the map. Let's create a new one. And boop.
Damn, a white screen, and I
Yeah.
love it.
That's you now.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
a pure white screen. Hope you enjoy it.
I'm like a
Hey,
biblically
it's
accurate.
blinding.
Yeah.
Nothing about her is
Biblically
pure.
accurate angel. Well, yeah, you're kind of onto something there. Hell yeah.
For a second, I thought those were fuzzy dice.
I love it.
So, the body itself turns into more of a demonic form, but less covered in the face. Wings grown as if they still have the devilish frame to them, but now with feathers. Now with more clawed feet and clawed hands, and more built-in armor other than the organic armor that you had in before.
I look different? Do I still look cute? As cute as I can be?
Always look cute. Don't worry about that.
Why am I floating? Can I use these wings? Do I know how to use them, or am I just gonna eat shit in like 5 seconds?
It's natural to you. It's like walking.
Oh. Why am I above you guys? And I look over. Holy! I have wings!
It would appear you do.
That's what it's like? I start flying around your head.
Yeah. It was like.
Oh, I guess I should also imply that she also looks way more cut now.
Shredded.
I mean, look at those pipes.
Absolutely bulk.
When Z said what it's like,
Show the audience.
Hades will just be like, "You okay?"
I'll be fine.
I land in front of her. Wait. Where are your wings? Oh, we couldn't hear you.
Damn it! I'm trying to be emotional.
I'm sorry. It's gotta be emotional with the mic close.
It's the price I took for the power I used. It burned them up, and they're gone.
Z, wings or not, you're still perfect.
Thanks. I don't know. I feel like a part of me is missing. I'm a little broken, but I guess I can still help you. Still
You're not broken. And I mean, they said you had to earn your powers back, right? I mean, if you can already do this, then what's to say that you can't potentially get them back?
When I woke up, my wings were there but different. I was me but different. I fought and Silic was there. He had a different devil form than I've seen before. When I stopped using my power, I was exhausted. I couldn't reach it again, and I don't know if I can get that back, but they said I could possibly, but again, they speak in riddles, and maybe this is the first step. Maybe, I'm gonna look over at Hades. She's been reforged, it looks like, right?
Sure. I would assume, maybe.
Is a first step.
I feel like in a lot of stories that I've read in the past of gods, especially newer ones, the more following they have, the more power they obtain. So this could be the first step in that path.
Zyphynia, give me a perception check on Dahlia.
I'm just gonna start rolling real dice because this is taking forever. 12.
12. Pieces are put together. It's like there's one step before she becomes the perfect sword that she can be. Maybe the guard's missing. Maybe the handle needs a little bit more wrap. There's something else that's missing here. You've gotten leagues ahead of what could be done, but it seems like there's one crucial point that Dahlia needs before she's ready.
Do I know
You're doing
what
that thing.
this is?
You're doing that thing. You're staring at me again.
I am.
Do you want me to pray? I mean, I could.
No.
Oh,
Maybe?
Zyphynia.
No. I don't know.
Bless us, O Zyphynia, for these thy gifts which we are about to receive.
What is it, Z? I know the three of them said that I could help you with understand things. What do you see? What do you not see?
What is she missing?
Can I see that she's missing anything?
You don't see anything.
Can I insight check myself?
Sure.
I don't. I just see a demon form with wings. I don't see anything in particular.
I don't know. I think there's something.
33.
33. You're looking at yourself like, fuck, I got wings. I got more powerful form. What else do I need?
Look hot. I don't think we need anything.
I'd say the only thing you can really tell about yourself is, as far as Dahlia, you can't tell what specifically she sees missing from you, but you can tell with this form, your double transformation is no longer linked to Deimos. It is now specifically linked to only Zyphynia.
You know, it's interesting because usually I have to have a connection to Deimos for this kind of thing, and I don't. It's gone. It's just you. Which is interesting because even other gods, I never had that connection. Kind of. Are you like part devil by chance?
Sure hope not. No offense, but I just.
Then take it.
I don't think
It's
so.
cool.
Can I
Well,
try...
maybe it's an ASMR thing?
Maybe. DM question. Can I try doing another perception check and see maybe if I can figure out what's missing from her?
You can. The DC will just be higher.
Just take a magnifying glass, start lifting shit with my arms.
You know what? I'm gonna go with sparkles.
Yay, sparkles.
Failed me! 5.
Yeah, no, I mean, you can't tell what it is. Something's missing. You can't tell what it is.
I don't know. Maybe I'll sleep on it and try and figure it out in the morning.
I should definitely let you sleep. I am so sorry. I didn't think it would be in your dream. I don't really know what I was thinking, to be honest, and I hate to interrupt whatever was going on before, and I like side eye between Zyphynia and Hades. Was I interrupting something? I am so sorry.
Not interrupting. You just missed all 3 Lunas, which I think is the best or the worst thing, but you know.
I'm not sure if I missed them if I'm staring at technically them, right? And I gesture to her.
That's a scary thought that I don't want to think about. But
Right,
yeah,
I didn't say that at all. I'm staring at Zyphynia, only Zyphynia, and Hades over there.
well, I don't know if this is going to last or not, but I'm glad I can help with your cleric issue.
Me too. And I just hesitate a moment, and then I run up and give her another big hug.
Give you a hug back, like a really big squeeze hug.
And also, if you think about firing me in the future, please at least give me a notice or something. Like, let me correct my mistakes before you decide to do that. I just have a lot of anxiety when it comes to that kind of thing.
I promise I won't fire you. I won't. I won't.
I mean, you could fire me if I suck. Just like, like give me a performance report throughout, every quarter or something.
You haven't been able to get rid of me all these years. We still found each other. We still found all of us together. I'm not going to abandon you. Don't
She
cry.
starts tearing up. No,
I'm going to give her another big hug.
no, it's fine. I'm cool. I'm cool.
You
Okay. All right.
You're good.
I'm gonna. Yeah. No, it's great. I'm good. Cool. I'm gonna go. Take a nap for 8 hours. Do you guys
I am
need
too.
anything? You want me to bring you some water or snack? There's a bunch of pineapple upside down cake that's still left.
Juice
I'll
box.
have it for breakfast. It's not a chew toy. I'll have it for breakfast.
Okay. All right. Cool. It's good seeing you guys here. I love what you've done with your head. It's nice.
I guess.
Not nicer than the snow in winter.
I
Very much.
still don't remember that.
It was a time. Okay, bye! And I, end the commune.
Okay. With this, we'll say we went through everyone's technically long rest, because you would have fallen asleep to go through this commune. As you all go through the blanket of sleep to the next day. Everybody gets a long rest button if they want. Next morning. Beautiful day out. No alarming sounds to wake you up. A day that is peaceful to start off with. Nothing eventful happens this morning. Food still out. Still smells roughly as fresh as it was brought in. I'd say it's about 10 in the morning.
I'm totally demolishing that pineapple cake because
I look around confused at first and remember where I am, get up, do a little, little bit of stretching, a little bit of basic morning workout before I come out to the common area. And everybody sleep?
weird dream, but
Weirdly,
Oh, tradition.
Somehow Dahlia just has a random tramp stamp that you notice.
I step out of my room and I'm like, hey, Dira, watch this. And I knock over a vase.
What the?
Oh, wait. And I reach down and I cast Mending on it.
You just needed to sleep?
I found a new god!
Our fourth one.
I feel like now that you've had some rest, Zyphynia, we got some catching up to do.
I mean, I've only been technically alive again for a day, but I'm Dahlia's new god.
Well, that's something to celebrate, I guess.
And we are recruiting Dira.
Cake. I need cake and protein and to hear all about it. And I start gathering some food and gather around the fireplace.
I will fill Dira in on everything that transpired last night while stuffing my face with pineapple cake.
Sounds great.
I surely will not speak over my new god, so I will let her fill Dira in on everything as I eat
I'm
quietly.
just looking back and forth between them, taking all this in, like, okay.
Turn to
Okay.
Dahlia. Is this awkward? Awkward?
No, this is great.
You sure it's okay?
Yeah,
Honestly, I'm not sure it's the weirdest thing that's happened to us.
it's certainly not. This is actually really peaceful. I really enjoy this. Do you want me to pray to you, a couple times a day? Does that...
Oh, Dahlia! Speaking of wings, and I run in my room and I come back out with the Cloak of Mercy. I got room to be attuned to this no more.
Oh,
And I hand it to Dahlia.
what is it?
Well, for one thing, it saved your life.
Oh,
And I run down what it can do.
just the rundown of it.
Yeah,
Cool.
quick rundown. Wings for a minute. The once a day revivify during that minute and featherfall. Blah blah blah. And it's called Cloak of Mercy. Did you find it already?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me add it. Yes. This is awesome. Yeah, of course. I'll take it. Are you sure you don't want it?
I loved having it, but the sword's kind of greedy. Above table, it takes two attunement slots.
Oh. Okay.
Something had
well,
to go.
I will gladly take this off your hands.
Yeah, and it's. I mean, you're going to do most of our healing anyway, and that'll make it more effective. I
This
assume
is
you're
great.
still doing most of our healing.
I can now.
That's great news. I mean,
If anyone wants to spar later, we can test it out.
maybe out in the
Perhaps.
courtyard. Let the fairies watch.
We
Maybe
could.
not. I don't know. Anyway,
So what's our next move, you guys?
still want to take on your granddad?
Yeah.
Then I guess
do.
we'll figure out how.
Shit. I need one more day in town, actually.
Oh, well, I think we
I-
can manage one more day.
I'm getting a sword made?
I think we're going to need a little time to make a plan and get stuff ready anyway for
Probably go
what we're talking
tell
about.
Zyphynia. Yeah.
I think going herring off into the Shadowfell half-cocked is probably not something we want to do, as much as it is our style.
Well, there's somebody I could probably talk to about knowing what to know before we go, and potentially if they want to come along.
Your brother?
Yeah.
On good terms, or is everything okay there?
Well,
As it be.
I mean, I killed his wife.
Yeah.
I'm asking.
We haven't really talked about it since, so probably should.
Maybe you should. I want to thank him anyway for keeping the blade safe.
I don't have my sending stone to him anymore, but I could cast sending. So,
I know he's in Avarice right now. Excited for the party.
party?
Apparently, the team that I helped, they're throwing a party, and a little upset I didn't want to stay. I wanted to find you guys instead.
Yeah, we had a party right here.
We did have a party. I'm looking at all the food.
I can cast sending to him, see if he can meet us, or if we need to meet him, and we can wait on that sword for Hades. Is there anything else anyone else needs to do?
We're going to see Deimos stocking up on some health potions in town.
Wouldn't be a bad
Probably a good idea.
Cool. So I'll give him
Maybe
a...
see if we can get our hands on some anything else that might be useful. You never know what those shops have.
Maybe Zyphynia. Zyphynia has something that can help us.
That could be true. I should probably tell her we're doing this too.
We should.
At some point.
Well, we kind of need to if we're going to ask her for help, supplies, whatever.
Well, I meant I'm not sure there's a rush that we have to do it right this second.
No.
I mean, I was gonna cast sending to Silic right this second because I figured it takes a little time to teleport over.
Seems like a solid plan.
Okay. I cast sending to Silic. Hi. Can you meet us in Heartwind? We're going to be doing something very stupid and important.
I'm assuming Zyphynia found you.
I cast it back. She did. Can you meet us here?
What do you need?
I cast another one. We need to talk about a lot of things, but I also need help in finding and killing a particular person. I shouldn't have said that shit. I say that out loud of myself.
Takes a couple seconds. Your response back. Look, I have some commitments over here myself. If you want me to get over there, give me a little bit. I don't want to just abandon the people over here. Maybe see you in a day.
I cast Sending Back one more time. We'll be leaving in a day. We're going to the Shadowstone. We're killing Daemos once and for all. Do you want to come?
We have much to talk about before we said to do that. But if all is well, it would definitely fill up one of my bucket lists to take him out.
This motherfucker's gonna make me burn fucking 5 spell slots and it's not even 11 a.m. Oh my god, how many do I even have? I don't want to burn another one because I'm already getting pretty tapped. I just leave him on red, I guess, for now. And I turn the others. I don't know if he's coming right away.
Well,
He said he has important business to tend to and not abandon people over there, and I feel like that's really loaded, actually.
I mean, he's got commitments. He's got commitments.
I left him to go to a fancy party. I don't think that's commitment.
What were they doing after?
I'm not really in the best position to argue. Zyphynia, can you use, like, god powers to talk to him?
I don't think it works that way.
I was just asking. Possibly.
I mean, I can
Try.
I'm gonna focus on myself and probably just make my tattoos glow a little bit, but
Okay, your tattoos glow.
sure, let's try. I'm gonna try reaching out to Silic and not have any idea how to do it, but I'm gonna try my best.
Okay. All of a sudden, you see where Solik is. You're off about 10 feet around him. So you see that he's at some kind of party. He's laughing at somebody. And it looks like he is having a good time. You can see him. You see him, you can commune with him. You see him just looking around. The fuck?
You can hear me?
This?
It's worked?
Jesus Christ.
It's Zyphynia. I'm sorry. I've never done this before.
When the fuck did
You can
where are
actually
you?
hear me?
Jesus Christ!
Sorry, you didn't mean to shout. I was a little excited.
Where the hell are you?
I'm in Heartwind with your sister and the rest of the team, and
Since when did you learn magic?
I'm, kind of Dahlia's god now,
Of course you are.
so I'm not quite sure how this thing works, but I don't know how long it's gonna last. We can really use your help in taking Deimos down. And she's sorry. Means anything.
Fine. I'll be there in a couple hours.
We're at the castle. Just we'll be here. We'll see you soon.
Alright, see you soon.
I don't know how to end this, so I'm sorry if you still hear me talking.
It's fine.
Hey, Dahlia!
Oh god.
He's on his way.
You're still talking to me. You're still talking to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Shit. Let me try this. I focus really hard on hanging up the conversation.
Okay, it ends.
Hear me now.
Okay, no response.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I think I'm done. He's on his way, Dahlia. He'll be here. I didn't think that would happen. Did you guys know I could do that?
No.
No.
That was
Yeah, you
pretty
did.
cool. I don't know how I did it, but I did it.
I feel like maybe there's going to be a lot of that.
Possibly.
Oh, you can communicate to any of us now, maybe, without, like, having to be around.
I run out the room. Dahlia.
Wait, it cut out. Did it say it again?
I said I'm gonna try and talk to Dahlia.
Okay. You focus
I'm
really
gonna
hard.
focus again.
Okay.
Do I see her?
Yeah, you see her.
Dahlia?
Do I, like, see her, or do I just hear her?
You just hear her. But it's like different than communicating to like a god. Like, it sounds like it's on stereo.
That's where I scream I scream so
Can
loud
you
so she
hear
can
me?
hear me outside the door, and I'm like, I hear you! Oh my god!
I'm gonna try and link in Hades and Dira and see if I can do that.
Okay.
Really focus. Really focus. I'm probably getting a little dizzy right now, but can you guys all hear me?
Can we?
You can all hear her.
No.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
This is gonna last, but this will be fantastic. I'm sorry, I
Keep it down a
I'm
little.
came off a little loud. I'm
I'm
sorry.
holding up. How many fingers am I holding up?
I can see her, right?
You can see who?
Dahlia?
As long as you can see her in your mind, you can picture her and you can see where she's at.
3! You're holding 3!
Oh my god, she can see us too. That's so creepy. I love it.
I mean, she is your god, right?
Yeah, but like, it's also Zyphynia.
Hold
Like,
on, let's try this then. How many fingers am I holding up?
You can see it.
4!
You know, if we didn't have a whole lot of world to save, we could make a lot of money right now.
I kind of have a feeling that might not end too well. Even if we didn't have a whole lot of world to save. Of course, we didn't have a whole
We've all
lot of
gone
world to
on
save.
our
It's going to be
side.
going on
I mean,
anyway.
it's an option to make more money. I could use
Never
some
mind.
money. Okay, well, I'm gonna stop. I think now I haven't gotten this under control yet, so hang on.
okay.
Am I gone?
Are you gone?
I don't know. Did you concentrate away
shit.
from
You went out the door.
Okay, hang on. Let me try again.
Hades, you are trying to reach right now is not available.
And then I'm gonna sever the connection,
Okay.
or try to.
Okay. If you stop
And walk
picturing
back in the
them,
door.
then you sever the connection.
Okay. I think I got the hang of this, guys.
You're not feeling like too winded right now, right?
Not right now, no.
Okay. Okay, cool.
This. You may have had something on this whole god thing.
I certainly can pick them. They don't always pick me.
Maybe this is the right one.
Fourth time's the charm.
Right.
And I go back to stuffing my face because I don't want to think about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually just be like, if you guys excuse me 1 second, I'm gonna actually step into one of the side bedrooms.
Okay.
I would like to pull Belphime out and try to talk to them because it's been 25 years.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
this is true.
All right.
I was kind of focused and hello, are you there still?
Oh my God! You kidding me? Hi!
Oh, thank God. Sorry about that. We had a quite
Oh my god, you have no idea how quiet it was in here. Ah, so
I can imagine.
How you doing?
Surprisingly well.
That's good. I'm doing great.
Everything's okay here then, everything.
I think so.
Was anybody able to try to talk to you during that time or no?
No, surprisingly, everyone who touched me was a fucking idiot, so no one could talk to me.
It's fair. I don't think they recruit the smartest people in the world.
I mean, I think they were smart, but they were not. I don't know how to put it. They probably knew what they were doing, but not when it came to me. So, yeah, I guess fucking idiots.
That's fair. Well, I'm glad you are well and you are still here. I am awake again, so I will do my best to keep in communication with you.
Well, wait. What are we doing now? Where are we going? What's the plan?
Well, right now we are waiting about a day, and I believe if things go according to plan, we will be heading to the Shadowfell and potentially killing a demon god, demon king.
Whoa, that's heavy. Okay.
It's normal.
Shadowfell, demon, god, king, kill. Sure. Okay. I guess I can get down with that.
I'm gonna just kind of open my mind for Belfim to kind of see what's been going on in like the world as it is.
Ah, perfect. All right. And immediately you just hear like a diving sound. Woo! And then it immediately goes right into your brain and starts swimming through all your memories and shit. Okay, that's a lot. You guys have had an interesting time. Couple fucked up moments, but not too bad. Not too bad. Give me a second. I'm gonna go puke. Give me a hot moment.
Understandable. Just don't do it in my brain.
Sorry. Okay. All right. I get it now. I see. Cool. Is there anything you need from me?
Not that I can think of offhand. I just wanted to touch base, I guess, with you again. It's been a while.
I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. Couldn't if I wanted to. But I don't want to. I'm going to stay right here.
Sounds good. I will say it was rather enjoyable to be a giant wolf creature.
Oh, good. Oh, good. If you really want to try to change it up a little bit, let me know. Spit some ideas at me. Tell me what you want. I can try to create something for you. Wolf is the easiest thing for me. It's kind of what I was back in my previous life. But if you can kind of like give me like a picture of something you want, and you can give me the information about it, I can try to make that work.
I will think about the various creatures I know. What was your favorite thing to always be besides a wolf?
Well, there was the wolf. It's a little complex, but do you know what a myrmidon is?
I know what a mermaid is.
Oh, no, not one of those. I don't want to be one of those. No, a myrmidon, like an elemental.
Oh, I mean, I know what an elemental is, but not a myrmidon.
It's think of it like an armored elemental, sword, shield, the whole nine. I love to turn into the fire version of that. It's kind of complex, but it's whenever you really want to fuck someone up, it's a really good thing to do.
I would not be opposed to something of that caliber.
Okay. Do you want fire? I can make fire for you. Or do you want something else?
Well, I do have a penance for fire.
Okay, perfect. All right. Give me a couple days, and I will create a fire form for you.
Sounds fantastic.
Okay. Just so you know, if you have the fire form, I can't give you the wolf form. So is that okay?
So one replaces the other.
Correct.
work on it. Let me think about it, and I will. When you can finally do it, we'll reconvene.
Fantastic. I'm going to start working on it. I will be
Sounds great.
back in a bit. All of a sudden, you just hear a door open and door close.
Okay, and like I'll disconnect.
Okay. So, Myrmidon is it's like an elemental you can turn into, but they are like elemental paladins. So they actually have like armor, high AC, decent amount of health, but instead of actually like severing like firebolt, they actually have like a fire greatsword and a shield.
Something to. We'll convene after game.
Okay. So, yeah. If also you want a reference to that, play Baldur's Gate. You can turn into elemental myrmidons in Baldur's Gate. Okay. Anybody else?
So, do we want to go into town? Or is that something y'all want to do? Should I wait here for Silic? I don't know if I want to be here by myself for Silic, though.
I don't want you by yourself in general. Just you don't want to break anything else now, do you?
But I can fix it now.
That wasn't the question. Bless
He
you.
said it'll be a few hours. We'll be fine to go down, grab some health potions, and come back.
Let's get some health potions. See what else we might be able to get our hands on. Get ready for. Start thinking about getting ready. Getting our game face on.
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah, I imagine you've been ready for a while. Now we got to be prepared. How's that?
Fair point, fair point.
Okay.
We want to succeed.
We will.
All right. Prepping on the battles ahead and where you guys are going to go next while waiting for Silic. We're going to end it there. So, seems like a good point to stop. Thank you for everyone for joining the stream. Do not forget to check out Echoes tomorrow. 5 Bar in Bullitt, Wisconsin on Thursday. That starts off at 7, but feel free to come in advance. We're going to have some cool D&D menus for drinks. That being said, thank you for checking out the stream. And if you need to get caught up on anything on either one of the streams, since they are now linked, all our VODs are on YouTube. So go check out the Nerdy Playbook. Everybody have a fantastic night. See you tomorrow.
Bye!